Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoa, whoa! Your favorite former basketball turned football podcast with our esteemed panel of football experts.
Yeah.
We are back. Labor Day is over. NFL's kicking off on Thursday. We are still doing shows. As always, we got the legend Gilbert Arenas here with us. What's up with you, Gil?
Baby, yeah.
Good weekend?
About to change history with my takes. Mike Vick, best quarterback that ever lived. Right? No, y'all don't supposed to agree with
someone debate that.
Had he studied? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey,
Not quite.
had he studied his book, I agree with you.
You become an analyst, you automatically become an expert, right?
That's the criteria.
That's the criteria.
We're going to find out. We got Kenyon Martin back here with us. What's up, K-Mart?
Good having you, Jack.
We got Cemetery Larry, Rashad McCants back on the couch with the thinking cap on. Black Tim energy. Is Black Tim energy today?
Y'all a little delayed back there.
You know, Labor Day. Labor Day got the best of all of us.
All good.
And since we are merging into football, we got a very special guest making his first appearance in the arena. He was an All-American out of Oklahoma, went on to become the 3rd overall pick by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the 2010 NFL Draft. 3-time All-Pro selection, 1, 2, 3, and 6-time Pro Bowler. Finished his career with 59.5 quarterback sacks. Now you can catch him analyzing all things football on NFL Network, but he likes hoops too, just not as much. That's football. Gerald McCoy, welcome to Gil's Arena.
Appreciate it.
You get the smoke, you get the full.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate you pulling up, man.
Yeah,
We know you had some things on your mind you wanted to discuss.
Oh yeah, we got some stuff to talk about.
We got some things to get into.
Oh, the chat already gave him a nickname.
You know how bad you got to be, man, to be picked top 5 defensive player, man, in the NFL? Man, you got to be a bad motherfucker, man.
I appreciate that, K-Mart.
Hey, man, bad. Listen, dog.
Calling you the Freight Train, T-Pain, or Gerald Levert.
All that. I'll take
Our chat.
I take all of it.
Oh, the chat already?
They gave a combo.
Chat
Call me
already?
call me what you want, just don't call me broke.
No,
Hey, Jay.
Yeah, call me what you want, just don't call me broke.
Most important, as you'll discover, our chat, very, very passionate, a lot of opinions, a lot of things to say. But for all the fans out there, as a reminder, we have 2 viewing options for you, our traditional version and a mobile vertical version, so you can watch on the go, pick whichever one you want to watch. Just make sure you support Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Woo woo, your favorite former basketball turned football podcast. So here's what's cracking in the arena today. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are coming off back-to-back titles, but will the Chiefs be the first team to three-peat in the Super Bowl era? Caitlin Clark has helped lead the Fever to their most wins since 2016 while setting numerous on-court and viewership records. But does she have the most hype of any rookie in the modern basketball era, male or female? We are going to discuss. And there's a lot of talk about aura nowadays, but which NBA stars have the most aura in the past 25 years? We got a bunch of basketball legends on this couch who are also football experts now, but we're going to talk little hoop on this show today as well. And as everybody, a reminder, download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code GIL. You can get up to $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a special pick'em. And with the NFL season starting this week, Underdog is the place to play every day, dropping new promos every day of the week. So one of those promos includes this.
Hold on a second. Hey,
Can you know?
I'm stupid. The clip with Shay and Ann Edwards in it. All I can see is the boy from Dallas in the clip. Like, that's all I can see. Because you can tell, like, automatically people from Dallas, he has a shag. They don't wear it nowhere else. They don't wear it nowhere else. But hey, put that clip back up, please. I'll let you get to your promo. My bad.
We will get to the promo in a second. Let's put the clip back up for Kenyon.
I just can't.
The
Ann Edwards and
the last one,
Shay.
The third tease photo. We are alive. Oh, you see it.
That's all I can see.
Shag in the back.
And before I knew he, like I'm watching the game and I'm like, that boy from Dallas.
He from Dallas, for sure.
And
only place.
And he from and he with UT Arlington, right?
Yeah.
I'm watching the game, didn't know it, had never heard of him. And like, oh, that goddamn boy from Dallas.
That's a Dallas. A Dallas.
That's a Dallas cut.
You ain't getting nowhere.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Let me hear it.
My bad, Joe.
No, Kenyon, we are a free-flowing show. We do what we want here. But as a reminder, with the NFL season starting this week, Underdog is a place to play every day. dropping new promos for every day of the week. So the Travis Kelce free pick is available to all users until kickoff on Thursday with other promos like no sweat tokens, vulture protection, profit boost, and mystery promos being sprinkled in throughout the week, ending with a Dak Prescott free pick on Sunday. Head over to Underdog app, use promo code GIL to get $1,000 in bonus cash and all of these special promos. They got a lot of
Fucking
promos going on.
disappointment. What that shit gonna be?
The Dak free, he gonna throw some free picks in the game too?
What? Now, he don't normally throw it away during the regular season. He throw one every now, but he's
Oh, relax. All right, here we go.
We got a lot to get into.
That's the Cowboy fan right
Oh,
there.
I'm grandfathered into that shit, so it's tough.
Yeah, I can deal with the Dallas Cowboys, like the fans who are like real fans, but the outsiders, I ain't.
Oh, no, I'm
I
a
can
realist
deal
with them
that.
some
Yeah,
bitches.
yeah, of course.
And that's all.
Tough.
Yeah, he had to come here with what? How many?
It was about 36 hats.
70 hats?
Yeah.
Jersey,
coat. Fuck them.
Jerry Jones bobbleheads, everything.
Yeah, all of it.
Okay,
All kind of shit. Still, I got
Troy Aikman up
I
there,
got clocks, trash can, mugs. I got fucking barbecue sets and aprons and all that shit in the drawer.
Dallas area, Cowboys are everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
If you Dallas, them Cowboys fans, so I get it. I get it.
right now. Suicide watch.
Not yet. It ain't, no, CD sign, they good.
Yeah, nah,
No,
they
CD,
straight.
no, CD sign, they good.
I was at practice last week. They good.
Yeah, CD sign.
back. They good.
CD sign, they
Ain't
good.
tripping.
Everybody let their hair down there. Everybody
they
was
ain't
like,
tripping.
ooh, okay. You got somebody to throw this bitch to.
Yeah, they ain't tripping.
As always, we do mostly fans at the end of every show. If you drop a good question in the chat with your Underdog Fantasy username and we use it on this program, you get $50 bonus to your Underdog Fantasy account if you send us a video, mostlyfansgil@gmail.com, and we use that video on this show, $100 bonus to your Underdog Fantasy account. As always, if you can't watch the show live with us on YouTube, we got audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. So we're going to start this show. Obviously, we got you here, 6-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro, very knowledgeable football expert. So a few months ago, Austin Rivers had football players feeling some type of way when he made an appearance on the Pat McAfee show and made this bold claim.
Where the best athletes in the world are, that's us. I could take 30 players right now in the NBA and throw them in the NFL. You cannot take 30 NFL players and put them in the NBA.
Oh, it's because you're only allowed 5 on the court. Let's all relax.
It's because you get a break every play. All you got to do is catch the ball and run north or south.
Listen, our sport,
it ain't complex.
our sport's better. Our sport's better because we would just create a position for one of you 5'2", 40 running 6'10" guys and just put them, can't get hit much.
But he says it though. That's the only thing. He says it. He said that the sport is better because he can take NBA players and train them just for that position.
Yeah.
So it kind of helps the argument.
Listen, all we gotta be able to do is kick the ball like him. Okay? He's a kicker. We kick the ball. We got a position.
Wait, hold up. Let me stop you
we
there.
got a position. We don't need to get hit by nobody.
stop you there.
We don't need to run no 40. We don't need to bench. We don't need to bench a million. We just kick the ball, Pat. We just kick it.
One, 3 phases to the game: offense, defense, special
Special teams, yes.
Special teams can make or break your team. Tom Brady won his first 3 Super Bowls because of a what?
Adam Vinatieri.
If he misses, is he just a kicker or do they hate him?
He's just, I wasn't talking about
He's
him.
going to
I'm
the
talking about the
Hall of-
punter.
whoa.
I'm
You
talking about
say
the
he's just a
punter.
kicker.
I'm talking about the
So
punter.
okay, the
I'm just talking about
punter
the punter.
kicker,
Not,
that matter-
they're two different. Those are two.
whoa,
Listen, he's not gonna corner. He's not gonna corner me. It's a punt.
Well, you
We
started.
punt.
You
I'm a
started.
good punter.
If you punt the ball and you don't flip the field, you put your defense in a horrible spot.
True.
So you have to have the right type of punter, and the best punters can put the ball
Where they
in
want.
a certain spot. What I don't like is Austin Rivers, a basic athlete, speaking for the better athletes.
Okay.
He's saying,
basic athlete.
yeah, he's a basic athlete.
What's basic?
Okay,
What's that?
athlete.
I give
is-
you that.
No, listen.
He's not.
I give him that.
The basic
he's not.
athlete.
I give him that.
Before I
Go
say what I'm gonna say.
No, let's
I'm
get
a
into
big
this.
advocate of other professional sports not saying they could play other professional sports. I respect what I do and what y'all do way too much to say that we can come over there or y'all can come over here. Because I know what it takes to play my sport, but I don't know what it takes to play y'all sport. So here's how I put it. football players are the best athletes. Basketball players are the most skilled.
Okay.
What y'all do takes extreme skill.
See, I disagree with you in that manner.
Me too.
Because
Me too.
No, because the athlete, like you guys, because you guys are shorter and you guys get measured in a 40-inch vertical, your arms are shorter, your legs are shorter, but you can jump high. Okay, cool.
Right.
I'm 6'9", I still had a 40-inch vertical. You know what I'm saying?
The athleticism is different.
Athleticism, it's like, so to say that you guys are better athletes.
You had a 40-inch vertical, you had to do your job wearing what?
What you mean?
Would you
I
have to
understand,
wear when you did?
but when they testing y'all vertical, what are you wearing?
Not wearing the same
Nothing.
thing.
Exactly.
Okay, but when you test the vertical, after
It doesn't.
you test,
So it's not the same thing as
after
jumping
you
with the
test
pads
it,
on.
It is. After you test it, you can go do your same job in the same thing you was wearing.
Absolutely.
We can't do that.
So therefore, bringing the more athletic part into play. So because you guys get tested, get tested with nothing on, right?
Yeah, but that is when we go to combine, it's to see if the tape matches what we're seeing.
Yeah.
Okay? If the tape matches what we're seeing.
Some people 40 time don't match how fast they play football.
Exactly.
Right?
Like mine.
Right? Yeah.
I didn't run fast 40.
But you play football in spurts fast, right? So my thing is, the positions that we're speaking of, the athletic part of it, we could go play those tomorrow. We can't do what you do.
Wait, you talking about, what position you talking about?
The skill positions of football. Right?
Quarterback.
Why?
Running back.
Because those positions not required us to be brutally strong. Right?
But it requires you to have a certain
skill.
type of
Craft.
twitch.
Yes.
So we can run.
We can do that.
So I can run here and cut here and cut here.
Okay.
It's like a crossover.
Right?
Yeah, but
And
It's like a crossover.
But
spin
that's
move.
just moving.
I can run and
that's
stop
just moving.
and
You
get
know
to a
what else
position.
requires that? When you doing that,
Guess what?
there's also people trying to kill you. But not
guess
only
what I
that,
got on my side,
But not
though?
only that, but now what's on your side?
Size.
What does that mean?
I'm playing receiver. What is the D?
Have you-
What
okay.
is
DB not doing
What
nothing.
is the DB
You're in
gonna
the
do?
way.
If you put me out wide and we one-on-one, what is he gonna do? And you throw the
He
ball
gonna
up.
lock you up.
What is he gonna with the ball?
You
is up
gotta
here.
get there first.
I can get the.
You gotta
I'm
get
just
there
as
first.
strong. He ain't gonna stop me getting off the line.
Why?
He's not.
Why?
He's not gonna stop me getting off the line. I
Said
played
who?
football
Why?
before, brother. Listen, you ain't talking about.
But have you played football at our level?
But have
There's
you-
a lot
but
of
the thing is,
basketball players.
we can go on the outside
There's a lot of basketball
we can go
players
on the
that have played in
outside.
high school,
We can
that
go
have
on the
played in
outside.
college,
Listen,
but
the
have they
skill
played at
positions,
your level?
See,
your
that's the
level,
con-
your level.
that's the conversation that we have.
The skill positions, I feel we can go play.
Yeah.
Why?
Because
In
we
the
did. Because we
trenches,
came
why?
in. We came in playing football. That's the thing. The
Because-
difference
but
between
we're
the
talking about
two. We
athleticism,
all played.
highest of
Athleticism
levels.
We
comes
know.
into play in those
What
positions,
changes?
highest
right?
of
What
levels.
changes
Okay,
the highest
so-
levels?
Athleticism
You got your four.
comes into playing those skills.
You got your foundation, right? Your foundation of
Okay,
football
yeah.
that is taught from
Right.
Pop Warner.
Right.
As you go up, the things that change is the terminology and the skill set. The brute athleticism. That changes as you get to the higher level.
Yeah.
But when you know how to play football, you know how it goes in the locker, you know how all this shit goes.
Yeah.
When we can go out there and we can go line up with a receiver, knowing that, all right, we know he's gonna try to take my inside away. I know where I gotta go to get off him. I know how to get him off me.
How do you know that?
Because I've done it before. If you've done it in
You've
high
never
school,
done it at the NFL level.
I know, because it's different.
How many people have we seen be great in college can't do it at the pro level?
Yeah.
Same as
That's all I'm saying.
basketball.
It's the same
Same
thing.
as basketball.
But that's
My
what I'm
thing
saying.
is to
Y'all
say
can't
that-
just, if we have
So
people.
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What 30 players, just for his argument, right?
Right.
Name me 30 guys that could that you can take off of NFL field tomorrow
Right.
and that could be effective.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
But
that's
the
what-
word I use is
listen what I'm
effective,
saying.
right? The word I use is effective.
Yeah, right.
Be
I never
effective.
said that. I don't
And-
believe that we, like I have teammates and buddies and homies that said we can. I say we can't.
Okay.
I said, you saying we can lets me know you never sat courtside at an NBA game. Thinking you are, because I'm a football player, oh, we bigger, stronger. I don't think they understand how athletic one, strong, physical, how quick, and the skill of playing the NBA game is.
And then,
Setting them picks, coming off, getting rebounds, moving here. I've seen where Vince is one of my close friends, and he taught me when you come to that corner how you can't have your feet flat because you step out of bounds. Like landing on your toes, being able to shoot the three the right way. All that stuff, I have teammates in the locker room be like, "Oh, I can do a bench. I can go get more than Ben Simmons." I'm like, "Shut up, man. Stop lying."
Hey, but a guy like Myles Garrett can.
Why?
Okay,
But what makes you think that?
Myles Garrett can do what?
He can go into an NBA game and be effective.
No, Myles get see. That's
sure.
what I'm saying.
Not a fucking chance.
For sure.
No, he can't.
I believe so.
Myles
chance.
Garrett.
I believe
Okay,
so.
here's
Not a
all
fucking chance.
all
I believe
the
so.
all the
I watched him play basketball. He played.
Mark,
No.
all the NFL players.
At the
watched
position
him-
he has to play. Not
If
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have
he
enough
definitely be
training,
effective.
you know what we can do? Try and play defense.
set some screens.
Set some
Set
screens. That is
screens.
it.
Okay.
Y'all are entirely too skilled that I don't think people understand how far that goal is away. The rim, we cannot.
We
and I feel the same
and
over
there are
here.
certain positions we definitely can't do most of the shit that.
But
y'all
here's
do.
another.
Absolutely. I agree
Let
with
me
you.
throw a little
But
caveat in there.
I know there's some football players
Of
that's
the
disagreeing
Let me
with
tell
you.
you a
450 of
caveat.
They're
us,
disagreeing with you
Let me
because
tell-
it's like if you can't play, if you can't hoop, you can't say that everybody else that play football can't hoop.
Bro,
about
but
the
we're
wrong
talking
team.
about
No.
at the highest
Yes.
of levels.
Yeah, even the highest level. I know football niggas that can hoop
the
with
that's
us,
not-
but they not NBA niggas.
The argument is you have to break it down to its basic point. The basic point is you can't take the NFL players that know how to play basketball. Already.
Yes.
You can't take the basketball players who know how to play
talking about from
football. already.
scratch.
If you start from scratch,
Start from
right?
Yes,
And I
base
say
level.
You pick 10 basketball,
Right.
30 basketball players, and you train them for one whole year.
Mm-hmm.
And you take 30 football players and train them for one whole year. Which group translate better? That's the only.
That's
thing
the
you can do.
argument.
That's
Okay.
I'm saying,
That's crazy.
If you can take all the 40-inch verticals, the fast twitch verticals, and then you say, all right, I'm going to train you guys for a year and put you in positions. How would they fare off versus we taking the 30 football players and then we train them skill-wise?
Right.
Who translate in the sport?
Here's the caveat for me. Everything y'all do skill-wise, you can go do wearing that. You don't have to put on cleats. Your cleats have to fit a certain way. You have to put on carbon fiber, which we call shoulder pads, and your vision has to be restricted. Call that a helmet.
Absolutely.
That changes everything.
True.
That changes everything.
Absolutely.
And that's the separation. You know what else changes everything? The elements. If you you leaving the hotel, if you walk outside like, God dang, it's cold.
Oh, that's one of the reasons I stopped playing.
I'm gonna put on the coat. You walk out, use where you play. It's get cold there, right? You walk outside, you're like, shoot, put this coat on. Get in this car, I'm getting this arena. Hey, turn that heat on.
Yeah.
You in a controlled climate. If I go to Green Bay and it's snowing, they don't care. I still have to go do my job
Absolutely.
at the highest level with a snowstorm coming through. As long as it's not lightning, they don't want to hear it. That's the separation. That's where everything changes. That's why I say we have to take out the athleticism. We got to take out skill-wise. What y'all do, y'all are the most skilled. Period. You can argue baseball because of the, it's hard to hit a baseball and golf. But what y'all do as a whole, skill-wise, but when you add a helmet, shoulder pads, changes everything. And the elements. The elements change everything.
So what's the difference between that and the hockey player then? Or do they
Hockey
just
players still in a controlled environment. It's inside
I'm
the
saying
ice.
they still got the helmets and the shoulder pads and all
But
that
it's
stuff.
in the same
So that
environment.
doesn't
Nothing
give y'all
changes
an
for them.
advantage though
Nothing
in the
changes
game
for
of
them.
sports, right?
Nothing changed for them. It don't rain in there.
So how is weather?
In hockey, when you
how
walk
is
in there, you know it's cold.
Is weather a skill then?
No.
Is being able to
Weather
play
is
in
an
weather?
element. You have to be able to do your job in this weather regardless of the element. So
Is that a skill?
if you was a wide receiver and it's raining, how you would catch the ball? Tell me what you wear.
What I wear to catch the ball?
What equipment do you wear? What do most wide receivers wear?
I would hope dry fit.
No, I'm saying like your gear, gloves, all that.
What is that you can teach? But my thing is mine is different from yours.
They ain't wearing nothing that
If you
retain
take-
water.
What
I
I'm
can
saying
tell
is,
that
you
shit.
take my raw frame,
I'm saying?
Right.
My raw frame, my speed,
they ain't
my
wearing
jumping
nothing that
ability,
retains water.
right? And you
Right.
worked with me for a year,
Right.
right?
That's not
And
long
they
enough.
probably don't wear
Right,
gloves on
2
their
years.
fingers.
It's not long enough.
Certain
3
gloves.
years.
It's not long enough. Because what you have to do, what you're doing, so
Yo,
y'all five.
See, I disagree with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, okay, let me hear you.
I got
There's 11 players that are all doing something different.
I understand y'all got to be on the same accord.
Everybody got to be on the same accord. So
Yeah.
I could teach you to be a wide receiver all day.
Yeah.
Right? But if you ain't on the same page as your quarterback and you go out there and you running this
But-
because I'm trying to do it, the timing's off.
No, but that-
you have to be able
But he's saying his skill set, not this. He's not
Right.
talking about that.
I'm not
He's not talking about. So you brought that.
No, you have
but
to
you
be
brought that
able-
into. But you
you
brought
have
that
to
into.
be able to
there's
get
some dumb
off these blocks.
We understand it, but
Right.
And that comes with reps with your quarterback too. And if you giving me 2 years, I got a year with Peyton Manning doing reps. I'm gonna get it halfway through that year.
You've seen pros that do it, they can't do that.
Because that's the difference in skill set. If you're a good pro, you can do that. If you're a good pro and you've been doing it long enough, you know how to run a route when Peyton Manning's throwing a route to you. If you ain't used to Peyton, you're not gonna look as good. Just like niggas throwing, Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball to certain guys. Like, they didn't know he threw that damn hard. It's like, it's hard. You're not used to it. So you gotta get used to that.
Okay.
In
I'm
the
not-
training.
And why is it?
But my thing is, so we just talking about fucking running, jumping.
Right.
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 That's athleticism,
A lot of people
right?
can run and jump.
So that's what we're speaking about right here. Like, this is the conversation that was this
speaking
was, right? We're speaking on
what I'm
fucking
saying is if
how
you
fast
had
you can
a
run.
team, if you are
Right.
forced to take 30 NBA players and train, that's why I say you train them the same amount of time. Which one translate easier? You have to
be
do
effective.
it.
So
No,
that-
but you have to do it. You
No, I'm
have to
saying,
take.
you saying to be
To
effective.
be effective.
To be effective.
Because you have to, that's the caveat.
Like me, I would take like.
Right, I can put you out there,
I would take,
motherfucker,
like,
you
the
can be number
Ramsey-
53.
Right, right.
Right?
Right,
I
right.
can be on the team, I can be number 53 on
Yeah.
the fucking roster.
You talking about like actually playing.
being
And you're,
effective.
you're putting us
players.
in
You have
position to
grade
be
them.
effective.
If you have to grade them, like this is an
And that's why I say
experiment
the
that has to
skill
go down.
position.
Right, right.
And that's why I said the
30
skill
and 30.
position. Not the, we have maybe 3 guys in our game that can play running back. Maybe 3 guys, and like because
Right,
of
right,
what that
right.
requires. In the trenches,
Maybe.
So that means
in the
everybody's
trenches,
gonna play wide receiver?
there's guys that could,
Maybe.
like
No,
the
no.
little guy.
Maybe.
No, what I'm
there's-
just saying is you have to like we're letting you pick.
Right.
Right. You get to pick the DB.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
get to say, all right, Ant-Man, I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna put you somewhere. I'm gonna say, all
Cornerback.
right, Westbrook.
Yep.
Okay, LeBron.
Because
okay,
there's-
Jimmy Butler.
and there's only so-
Booker.
and
You
those
get
are
to
skill
pick-
positions.
You get to pick them and say, put them somewhere, train them for a year, and
Yeah.
how would they fare out versus I go in and I say, all right, I'm gonna take Ramsey. I'm gonna take these guys and make them positions in our game.
Right.
Who goes better? Like.
Like I can
You
put
can
PJ
make
Tucker at fullback.
you can put me to 235 just lifting weights and I
Right.
can absorb some of that contact.
To me,
right? Versus
to me,
I have to drop you.
shooting a basketball is equivalent to catching a pass
Okay.
at the highest level.
Well, technically no.
It's not just. It
reason-
would be equivalent to throwing a pass
No.
No.
because of the risk.
No, the reason
Because of the
I-
risk and the accurate.
I'm talking about as far as shooting a basketball, whether you open or not, you got to gauge it, whatever. But if you're in the middle of the field with somebody trying to kill you, catching that ball, it's easy when ain't nobody on you.
Okay.
Catching it when
Because
you got to
contested.
catch it in the. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, 'cause it's
I'm not.
contested.
Yeah, it's.
See, we have to do the
that's
same
what
thing.
I'm
We have
saying.
to see. We have to catch balls too because they're coming fast and
Whoa.
our hands are.
I knew that was coming.
Hey,
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
it's okay,
Like,
girl. It's,
I think
They know what
I think for the most part, like at our size, our hands are naturally bigger because we have to catch
Yeah.
it bigger.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I didn't say it.
2 in a row.
No, I know.
Not do.
That's why
get
talking
two.
about balls
You get
just
two.
hurts the
You
conversation.
get that. That was 3. See, that was 3.
But
You went right into number 3.
like you have to put weight on us, right?
Right.
Which is easier than me taking weight off you, than training you to shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Right. So for the most part, I'm gonna take a bunch of guys. Like I can take Garrett. And say, with your raw jumping ability, you have decent dribbling. I can make you effective, right? I can make you skilled. I can take any receiver and give them.
They can play defense.
No, I can because they
Run the
already
floor
have
and
the,
they can
already
run the
have
floor.
the fast
Yeah,
twitch.
they
They already
got-
have the fast twitch
But
to move.
Gilbert, they
So
started from scratch,
I can
though.
give you.
Are you saying
Yeah, you
Scott
say
that
my-
A receiver from scratch
Because
that
my
knows how to make
my natural
moves
receiver-
like a Chad Johnson.
Like when
Yeah,
you
I
show
can
up to the combine,
Yeah.
when you show up to the combine,
Yeah,
they measure
but
everybody
you
out.
already
You
have
take 30 guys.
But you just gauging his athleticism.
Yeah,
at that
no,
point.
so you
But
need-
now the skill has to come in.
A wide receiver naturally has foot skill,
Yeah, which is the basketball
which
skill.
was the basketball. So
Okay.
I can take a Chad.
Does
and
height
say,
does genetics matter as far as like height and
No,
stuff?
because it's not a skill.
No, it's not a
That's-
skill.
That's a talent.
It has to matter, right?
No, I can.
That's-
no,
I-
no,
But it's
no,
a,
no,
it,
no,
ma-
no,
it's a,
motherfucker-
talent matters, but
has to matter.
it's not as a skill.
if you-
Like
Not as a
Deshaun
skill.
Jackson, one of the baddest motherfuckers is. He's 5'11".
Fast as fuck.
Tyreek
but he's fast.
Hill.
Hill 5'6".
So
Fast
Tyreek
as
Hill
fuck.
is out, right?
Yeah.
Chad Ocho right?
He's not the fastest.
I take Metcalf.
Metcalf's not going to be in there.
But you can take Metcalf. But what I'm saying is I can put them and say, all right, you already have the most important thing. That's the footwork.
Yep.
So I can say, all right, I can work on your ball handling. From there, you're great. You can be nice.
Yes.
Right? If I can give you this.
And he already got this. He already got this. He already got it. He don't need too much. He just need to know how to do it.
All I got to do is get one by you.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. We show him the first step, and he's gonna be like, "Oh shit!" That's all I got to do.
I can take all your receivers and then put them through all kind of foot drill. In a week, they would be hands down better than NBA players.
Bro, because they already do this ladder
Because
drill.
you already have your soccer foot is already nice.
But all of these guys who you see people average 30, 25, all this, they can't play in the NBA. They can't get there and stay there. So how can you take a football player that this is what he does and he can come over here and do it?
Because
we're not saying he's gonna average 20.
We're not saying because this is
so only certain guys in the
can you
trenches.
define what be effective means?
So it's only certain guys in the trenches that I feel, because of the size of certain guys. Being effective is having an impact.
Grant Williams.
Having an impact.
Being effective for the.
We heard Grant Williams come over there.
I said Grant Williams. I can make Gerald
like
better,
a Grant
better
Williams
version than that.
Yes, that's effective. Going to get a key offensive rebound, get in there, set a screen, nigga.
That's what I just said we could do though.
No, but
that's what I said. I said we can rebound, play.
But that's being effective.
You got more skill. You got players that so for a guard, 1, 2, 3. Having the footwork is the most important. So when you think about DeRozan, footwork, you're talking about James Harden, you're talking about Luka, their feet is the most important part.
Right.
This is the illusion, but knowing how to place this, that's naturally football players.
Yes.
You guys, I just got to slow you down, right?
Right.
You know, don't overshoot the goddamn layup.
Yeah.
I just got to slow you down and teach you how to place your feet on how to make it. But if you put us through a ladder drill, you're blowing us out of the water.
Absolutely.
It's because you know how to twist your hip faster.
Right.
So giving you little twitch moves, that's where De'Aaron Fox come in. So I can spot somebody who plays football in the NBA.
Yeah.
You move different.
Lou Dort is a football player.
I feel like we're
not the
completely
stoic,
different
not the stoic
athletes.
ones. I'm talking about the ones who really just got.
Absolutely.
Like y'all play.
Because y'all
Obviously, y'all play basketball.
Y'all feel past shit on. Y'all different.
At high school all the way through. Anytime you came into a gym, you know, that dude play football.
Yes.
He play
We
everything.
overly aggressive.
No, just y'all hoop
like you can just tell how we
even if he's not
not those ones.
But even if he's nice, right? Even the
You
football,
can tell he's
even
a
the
football
football
player.
players that's nice at basketball, when they go hoop,
you
you
always
still know that
that's
they're
the
fucking football players.
No,
Football player.
not at that level where they perfected that robotic movement.
Yeah, he got away from that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the smooth ones, they played football all the way from Pop Warner High School. They played dual sports.
Yeah. Right.
So
they played basketball. They're twitching they're at a whole nother level.
Just take the offense.
The way they're closing and passing through lanes. And when they get the ball and they
everything is strong as fuck.
Shit.
Well, that's our game though.
Like just take AI for instance, right?
Like AI.
He played a skill position in high school.
Yeah.
Right? Played quarterback.
Yeah.
Long, athletic, fast. That shit. Because his stature in high school, he still was small.
Yeah.
Ain't saying he could have played NFL quarterback because of his stature, right? Didn't nobody do it before fucking Doug Flutie.
Yeah.
That small, that was.
Yeah.
Right? That was effective.
Yeah.
Right.
Chuck had that fluidity though.
But it was the athleticism that allowed him to be here in high school, right? In both sports. I ain't saying he could have did it in the NFL by any stretch of imagination because he was small as fuck. But he was pretty damn good at both at that age,
he was
right?
elusive
Because the
as fuck.
athleticism translated from football into basketball, right?
But if you go back and watch Iverson, a lot of what made him was open field stuff. He can run and get first downs and all that. But then you have the Superman version of him and Michael Vick.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, goddamn, I thought I was fast and good.
Right. You have the Superman version of him. But even Vic, when he got to a higher level, now everything starts to change.
Yeah.
Because as you get older, the skill set and how good people are at the game starts to change. And that's why you see people saying like Travis Hunter. they're saying, oh, he could be a corner, he could be a wide, and that's why everybody that's in the league right now saying, no, he
way.
cannot.
No
You got to
way.
pick a side, right?
Pick a side.
Which one?
Because when you get, I would put him at corner.
Corner.
He don't run great routes. He's not a great route runner.
Yeah, you put him at
Right now, he's out athleticism people, and he's just catching the ball over a bunch of people that can't defend him. At the next level, you have to be able to run these routes and get open. What he's better suited for right now is being a DB, being a corner.
long.
But if you were
athletic.
Travis Hunter, which one would you be, knowing how much the bread difference between a
Cornerback.
cornerback or a wide receiver?
If I'm trying to make money, I mean, wide receivers gonna make more
I'm trying
money,
to make
but
money.
for him,
I'm staying in college another fucking 2 years.
right, for him, if he wants to have a longer career, to me, I think he should be a DB.
Okay.
I think he should be a DB. Now,
Your
What's-
shelf life
because-
is
yeah,
What's stopping him from playing both?
can't. It's physically impossible.
it's
I don't know
you
what that
can't
word.
play.
I don't know what that word means. I'm
Yes,
just
you do.
asking y'all. Like, give me some logistics of what's stopping.
You can't play both.
I mean, aside from the fact that y'all don't believe, aside from the fact that y'all don't believe it, give me the logistics of why he can't do it.
so you have to.
Is it because no one's ever done it before?
No, it's because you can't do it.
It's because no one's ever done it before.
Okay, so you have to be able to get open on Jalen Ramsey and then go guard Tyreek Hill. All game.
Never been done before.
But wait, was Dion on offense end?
No,
No,
Yes.
Deion did. He had
No. He
on
played
offense.
both. He played both.
No, he
He
didn't
had
play both.
plays on
He didn't
offense.
play both.
He didn't
They put him
play
out there to
both.
motherfucking run a street.
He had plays
Y'all-
They
on
run a motherfucking reverse for Dion.
Dion definitely.
They ran a
was on
reverse
the
for
receiver,
Dion.
and then
they
they
motherfucker-
played.
he was a cornerback.
And then he
did
guarded
not
the nigga.
consistently
He was a
play
cornerback.
wide receiver.
It wasn't consistent, but he
jump in
did
the
it.
helicopter and go play
He
some
got
baseball.
he got in at wide receiver.
But he
Champ Bailey
Champ
got
Bailey.
in at wide
Champ
receiver.
Bailey said he
So
prefers
why
to play
Bailey
corner.
just-
Why can't
Just
Travis do
said
it?
it.
Just say it.
Just
Why
said
can't
it.
Travis do
No,
it?
he can't
Champ
do it.
Bailey.
Why can't Travis do it?
Champ Bailey,
Charles
one of
Woodson.
the greatest DBs we've ever seen, said, I would get in on offense, but I could not play both.
Travis Hunter raises his hand.
He's not better than
And he
Champ
said-
Bailey.
Travis Hunter
Hey.
is not his
And he-
coach.
He'll
And he's
say,
not
hey,
even-
he'll
So
say,
we gonna
"Coach,
seriously
let
say
me
Travis
try it.
Hunter is Deion Sanders?
Let me try it.
No.
That's what I was
why
going
he
to
doing
ask
now.
you.
One of the
No,
greatest
push-
athletes we've
no,
ever
Push the
seen
limit.
ever.
happening.
Push the limit, young fella.
If you
Push the limit. Ain't no
They're not
limitation.
gonna let
if
him.
you had to create,
They're not gonna let him.
if you had to
I'ma let
create
him.
a body
Because you don't
type
own an NFL team.
that can like you know how we have
You're not
LeBron
drafted.
James,
Yes,
right?
yes.
You're not drafted.
If you had to create a body type that could do it, what
That
what,
could do- that could do what?
Be effective on both sides of the ball, right? And really be effective, like he is in college. What type of body would that look like? What
Deion
size?
Sanders.
How tall was Deion?
Deion didn't have that type
What
of
type of-
like
what
athletic.
size
He
was-
wasn't a
what
LeBron
size
James
was
type.
Deion about 6 feet, 6'1".
6'1".
Something like that.
How tall is Metcalf?
6'4".
6'4".
Could he play
6'4",
defense?
230.
He'd be a
wanted to.
linebacker.
If he was,
Yeah, he can be a
Linebacker, he
linebacker.
can't be no DB.
He'll be a linebacker or a safety.
Yeah, linebacker or
Or
a safety, yeah.
He'll be a
would
linebacker or a safety because
could
his,
he be just naturally good at that?
yes.
He could.
Safety.
Because he can
But
track
gotta
the ball.
do all game.
That's an all game.
tracking the ball.
game.
He do that all
Because
game.
he's good at tracking the
No,
ball,
it's too
right?
much.
Safety, he's good at tracking the ball, right?
Too much.
It seems like no.
Well, he gotta be in
That's why I was
shape.
like,
Do he
what
gotta
type
be in
of
a certain
like,
type of shape?
We're not talking. You have to have that. You have to
gotta be in
have
that
the
kind of
body
shape.
first.
Yeah.
To be
Yes.
able to
So DK
absorb
Metcalf-
hits and
Right.
give hits.
Yeah, DK
I don't know.
Metcalf.
I don't know.
In
Travis
today's
Knight
game,
big.
in today's game,
he's not.
DK Metcalf probably the only person that fits.
Me dealt with
Metcalf
injury
is on
issues
the-
last
him
year,
or
right?
Derrick
With,
Henry.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Derrick Henry?
Here's the thing. Them hits
he's-
and stuff, y'all know,
Yeah.
they don't. What we play through.
Oh, yeah.
So you pushing through trying to be a receiver. Now imagine having these same injuries we have. Now you're trying to flip and go push through being a DB. You can get away with certain stuff at receiver that you can't get away because
Having that injury,
at receiver, you're running as fast as you can that way. At DB, you have to run as fast as you can that way. With him running as fast as he can at you. Those is two hip flips, all that. That's two different things.
How about defensive line? Can somebody switch and go both?
You can, but it's two different skills. Like me, I was groomed to be a defensive lineman. Offensive linemen are completely different athletes. Now you have your anomalies like Trent Williams,
Yeah.
but even Trent Williams, he would have to lose a lot of weight and
he would play on the
change
inside.
because everything, yes.
And he couldn't play on the outside, he'd play on the inside, right?
Because I know
He had to play
to
your
the
position,
fans
right?
don't understand, you understand. You got the four linemen. The two on the outside have more time to operate. When you get inside, it happens way faster. So your feet, you can't take those big. You have to, right now. Feet have to be like that because everything's doing this immediately. When you're on the edge, you got a lot more time. You have a lot more range for mistakes. Not in the middle. Not in the middle. In the middle, so if you're on the edge, you get double teamed, but your double team might be a tackle that's 330 and then a tight end that's 250, you know. Both my people are 350. Both of them. That's
just as strong.
Just as strong. That's two different techniques. The speed of how it's happening it's too much. Yeah. So, like, doing all that on both sides, it's just a lot. It's a lot, man. It's just too much.
That's what I was trying to figure out if you was training the kid to be able to be effective in the NFL, it's just impossible because one needs.
Well, you just heard Shador. You heard the sound clip of Shador talking to Travis. He told me, he said, I don't care, man, just catch it. Meaning, I'm just going to throw it over there.
Yeah, he fucking holding it on.
Like, he can't stop. I'm just throw it over. Just catch the ball. Yeah. You can't do that in the league. You got to be special to just say, hey, just throw it up. Because you have elite level college players that are nothings to us at the highest level in the league. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes.
No, that's what it is.
That's just how it goes.
On the back.
That's how good people are at the high. That's why I'm very cautious when I have teammates in the locker room. Oh, I can go over there and get 3 points. No, man, bro, stop saying that.
Big kid that just went to Georgia, right? Ja. Right. I saw him at IMG years ago. KJ was at IMG. This is 2019. Like, he was young then. This motherfucker, the first time I looked at him, I said, son, you playing the wrong sport. This motherfucker, 6'11", 6'10", 6'11" at the time, 3, whatever he was. And I just thought at the size of, as him, right? So we're on the subject of being able to translate. I'm like, son, you can go play left tackle and make you a whole lot of money, right? Because I'm just looking at the pure size of it. Right. And I'm like, if somebody can teach you, because you already know how to defensive slide, right? Yeah, you've been playing basketball, you defensive slide. If somebody can teach you how to do and keep somebody out for you and learn how to, son, you can make yourself a whole lot of money. And he thought it was the worst thing I could have said to him at the time.
Yeah. You done took his soul from him.
Now look at it, right?
Now look at it, but look at where it's happening, okay?
Yeah.
He's getting it right now.
Absolutely.
Where, okay, I got these college years where I could develop in this.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people say, well, what about Julius Peppers? He played in North Carolina.
Hey, he was a beast.
He was, but he was an NBA level beast.
He was like 6'5".
He played. He was viable.
He could jump and dunk and rebound and set some screens.
Take that same first ballot Hall of Fame football player,
put him out there
in the NBA. He's not
nasty
Julius Peppers anymore.
Not at all.
That's just
That's what it is.
Like Ronald Curry was probably the only one, because he was. No, he was small too, like 6'1".
Who would y'all say
6'2", 6'3"?
is probably over the last 10 years one of the major enforcers in the NBA?
Enforcers?
Yeah.
Well, that's hard.
Draymond, probably.
There you go. Stop right there. Have you ever seen Draymond at Michigan State football practice?
Did see him put on the pads and try to get out there.
Yeah, they put him at receiver though.
He was a tight end.
Tight end.
Which fits him. He's 6'7".
But have you ever played though?
Six.
That's the thing.
That's what I'm.
That's the thing. See, you can put like when I was in the league, right? I played.
You wouldn't put him on
a certain
defense?
point, right?
No.
Played up to a certain point. I played tight end and defensive end, right? I just was like, damn, this been able to run fast. I ran a 4.6 40. I was 6'6" at the time. Right? I probably, if I would have stuck with it, put some weight on me. But the fact that, it was different playing. Like, the higher you got, the better teams you played against.
Okay, so like, take you being your height, but take you being your height, your weight, you put weight on. At some point, okay, you probably be a tight end, okay? At some point, you got to block Myles Garrett.
Yeah,
that's where everything.
That's where everything changed.
That's where everything.
Or Von Miller.
Or Von Miller. At some point, you got to get out there with Micah Parsons and block him, because our protection. I need you to slide this way. We got to go this way.
And that's
because they got DeMarcus Lawrence over there, but we got to double team Micah. But you height. So I'm talking a lot of stuff y'all probably don't know. But you height. So hey, I need you to block Micah for just a second because we got CD back now. So I gotta. That's where everything changes, and that's what I'm saying. Where
it's different.
It's different, and that's why I say saying you could come over here and do this and we can go over. I just don't even like talking about it because I've sat courtside and watched what y'all do. And until you sit that, it's sitting 3 rows back is not like sitting right there.
And they come shooting
watch
by
that,
you.
Boom, boom, set that pick. And I'm like, that hezzy in and out. I know the moves have all changed. Like I watched y'all when you was talking about you didn't need a second move because your first move, they couldn't stop you.
Gerald,
I get all that.
Gerald.
But yeah.
That shit sound good, right? I could still go out there and kick the motherfucking ball, though.
No, you can't. No, you couldn't.
I could still go out there and kick the motherfucking ball.
Where's it
Either
going?
way.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Where's it going,
bro?
It's going where it's supposed to go. I'm gonna kick it where it's supposed to go.
If I'm watching
I want to kick it. What is he talking about?
This bitch his whole life, and he out there missing it. I don't even want that responsibility,
Bro.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
different pressure.
that's an important job.
That's a
Yes,
different
it
pressure.
is.
That's a different pressure, though.
That's
No.
a different level
Hey,
of pressure.
That's a different
I wish I was an
pressure.
agent. I wish I was an agent for kickers, because God damn it, my argument would be spectacular. He's more important than Brady at this point in my
Yes,
argument.
he was.
God damn it, you can't win without me.
That's a different level of pressure, man. I'm telling you.
Kicking field goals in the
It is.
snow.
No, dead ass serious.
It is.
I be
Okay,
sitting
so-
like,
Go ask Harrison.
like-
Go ask Harrison Butler how that shit is.
So Gil, you've been practicing your field goals all offseason.
I avoid all
Everywhere you
conflict.
been, it's
I'm
been
avoiding all conflict
Maybe
with this.
90 to 75 degrees. I'm talking about you. Now you show up, I'm ready to go. Now it's a monsoon outside, and they say, "Hey, we still need you to go out there."
Yeah, this is practice.
Now you got to measure the wind. You
That
got
shit
to
don't
all
work.
that.
Nope,
You
nope.
gotta that, man, please, man, that dude, man, I ain't listening to
No,
nothing he talking
no,
about.
You got on black Tim. You gotta respect
He
it.
I
talking
ain't
about
listening to nothing
kicking.
he talking
I'm talking
about.
about punching.
What?
He just a
I'm
punter.
talking about punching.
Just like a person, just like, bro,
Punt.
it's as simple as this. I can practice free throws all day.
Yeah.
Put me in that arena that y'all in with all them fans, even if it's a tech and I'm on that line by myself.
You got 50% chance to make the shot.
I can tell you. No,
You
you're
hear
right.
me? What's
What?
wrong with you? You got a 50% chance to make
when
the
we
shot.
arguing, but like, how come? Like, think about somebody like Luka shoots 64%. Y'all don't. They spend the
said
most
50%?
time practicing free throws.
And
Yeah.
it is still what it is.
And then like
not
Shaq,
so.
Shaq shot free throws after the practice all day. They just
Bro,
when
so
when them
when
lights
people-
come on, popcorn, motherfucker smiling. This girl walked in, your baby mama. Nah, that shit different.
That's what. So big. That's why. With my and the thing is, and I'm just saying because I mean it's where we at.
Absolutely.
The big issue be Ben Simmons.
Right.
Oh, Ben Simmons, I can go.
Why
do what
would
he
that
doing.
be? Why would that be?
Because he don't shoot.
Because Ben Simmons don't shoot. He
Because
got
they-
everything.
because they feel he can't shoot.
Everything
And
we
it-
just talked about for the
Yeah.
last 30 minutes, he got.
Yeah.
Size, athleticism, quickness, he had all that.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden he just can't. People, my teammates, be, I can go. No, you can't.
No, you cannot.
See me tell me he been number one here, number one here, number one here, and he going over there and can't do it, but you think you can? There's something to that.
Yeah.
There's something to that. To just going and
Like he choose not to shoot. That's
That's
all.
what I'm saying.
He made a choice not to shoot the basketball.
That's what I'm saying, like they don't understand. Like Tyreek,
That's
like
all.
let's say Tyreek Hill and somebody like Ocho, right? They're super fast and quick.
yeah,
That hurts you playing basketball.
yeah.
Cause you're naturally trying to get to your top speed, goddammit.
Pacing, right?
Quick!
All that. You're going too fast. Going way too
Pacing, that's what I'm
fast.
saying. All that
You gotta learn how to slow down to
That's
score
what-
and shoot. That's what Ben Simmons never learned. He never learned to go top speed, then get
Yeah.
into his shot. He wants to keep going. So the fact that he
Yeah.
don't know how to slow down, he don't want to shoot.
And that's what I'm saying. So like, to us, where quarterbacks, I'm just speaking on quarterbacks, where they struggle in college versus the league. Open in college is open. Not open in college is open in the NFL.
Yeah.
So when you would shoot, a person's hand could be here, it can be here. All you see is the rim. Guys that are not at that level, they missing that because it's at the highest level, you throw people open. So I can be directly next to you, holding your jersey, and you'll still see a quarterback throw it to him. And it's like, that's not open. Yes, it is. You know why? He's so good, I can take the ball, you can be right here next to me, but I can put the ball right here to where he can't get to it.
Yeah.
That's where everything changes. But at the same token, you have to know, all right, I need to slow down a little bit. I need to get my foot here. I have to pin him here as I'm running and all that. It's a lot that goes into that.
That's why I say that's.
See, I can make them guards.
It's a lot that
See, but
goes
that's what I'm
into
saying. Those translate to guards.
Facts. Facts.
See, that's what I said.
Facts, bro.
Okay, so the receivers are the twos,
Right.
right? So they can those can translate. All I'm got to teach them now is how to just dribble and get ready for the 1-2.
And the point
Right,
guard
so you
is,
can't. It can't.
But what- that's
translate.
point guard is the quarterback.
that's
He's
what
got to
I'm saying.
always deliver the ball. Like
That-
if you throw a bounce pass,
Here's where the problem comes
behind
in for
somebody.
the NBA. Here's where the problem comes in for the NBA because we seen, obviously, if we thought about the greatest athletes of all time, you're not getting past 6 without mentioning LeBron James. You're just not. Or Michael Jordan. The height, y'all's arm length, even you, Gil. I just shook your hand. Your hands are, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all's arm, y'all's our quick twitch and how we move. Like you can't lift the way I have to lift. You have to lift completely different. Cause the fluidity of this, when you start getting like this, it changes.
Yeah, that's what I said. I got to break you all the way back down.
It changes. Everything changes. Yes, it do.
We seen football players trying to hoop.
See, so the only difference is
no, it
because
doesn't, bro.
he lifts.
That's not
this.
true. That's a myth, bro. That's a myth.
That's not a myth.
It is a myth.
It's
bro.
not.
It is.
If you can't lift your goddamn arms up,
Durable motherfuckers that lasted in the league.
niggas that
like
can't do this,
football
listen.
players.
He walking
That's
around, he
why.
can't relax.
No,
and they
don't,
ice,
man.
and I'm giving you game. I'm giving you game.
Walk
Certain
around
niggas
like this all the
that
time.
lasted,
No,
all that,
man.
all
That
that.
nigga put his arms down.
That's why they stay injured.
Okay, it's because-
That's
Tell
why
him to
they
do
stay
this. You
injured.
tell a
now.
football player to do this.
LeBron on band.
That's
He's on
LeBron.
band
He
and all
has
that.
4 bodies in the back. That's not a regular nigga.
He's keeping his arms
Hey,
stretched versus
no.
if you're just
Gerald.
if you're lifting just to lift for football,
Yeah.
you're not keeping the.
Bro,
I
they're not
learned,
stretching
I
the
learned from
muscles.
Tim,
lift
Tim
for
Grover
our
and Kobe
position
Bryant.
group.
Dude,
we lift for our position.
Bro,
Dude,
we
listen.
did the same thing. If you got a good trainer, your
somebody that's playing
trainer
the
tells you to
trenches and tells you
train,
to
relax.
relax.
And you get in there and you do certain shit.
It's not the same.
Yes.
No, it ain't.
It's not the same.
Because he's
not
been
the
a
same.
guard shooting, so when he's bulking up, he's still going to shoot after to keep his motion. If you go 2-3 months and you're just
Right.
lifting in years, you're never gonna.
So he
get back
gonna
to
like he lift and then go shoot.
Who, me?
So you're
or
never.
vice versa.
You're never gonna like. I can
Yes,
get you.
nigga,
I can
you.
get you his big, and you're still gonna keep your shot because you're gonna go back outside and shoot 300, 400, 500 shots. I can't give him 500, 600, 700 shots a day and get him back to you because
It's already set.
because it's already set. Your longevity is already set. This is looking like someone who got McCall Folks. Now, is it Folks?
Yeah.
No,
Who
I'm
got
saying-
injured and they
Right,
had to tighten that motherfucker back up. Now they ain't tightening the football. He can't extend like he used
What
to.
I'm saying, if we was to lift like them, we would be jumping and we would be more
Well,
faster and more
so-
explosive.
so just hear me out.
Because they're lower body
we jump-
explosive
hold on.
If we
power
lift
lift.
like
So I'll
them,
tell you
we
right
lifted
now.
like them.
So just
We
hear me out.
could do it.
No.
The way
got
I
some-
lift is
got
total
somebody.
body. I do
Well,
total body.
so hear me out.
No, it's plyometrics.
when I was in school,
it's
right?
plyometrics
Right.
training. It's performance training.
So when I was in Cincinnati, right, Mick Marotti was our head strength and conditioning coach.
Right.
Mick Marotti, I think, is at Ohio State now. He's with that Florida. Like, we as it was probably the wrong shit for us to be doing, but I don't think he knew it different at the time. Like we lift like we played fucking football when I was at Cincinnati.
Yeah.
The cleans and the snatches.
And it just that's the only probably thing what we didn't do.
We did all that.
But everything else we squat, we did a lot of shit that because
did
he was
all that,
because we were strong.
we did single snatch. We did everything that all
we
the
were strong
football
as
niggas
shit as a
doing.
basketball
It's not
program.
the lift. That's what I'm
Like,
saying. It's not the lift. It's not the particular lift. It's how you're lifting.
all the way to my.
So if you putting all this weight on, I want to see. That's why you see Jalen Hurts going there squatting 600 pounds, and then you see him doing this this brotherly shove that they do.
Yeah.
His legs are so strong, he can run all day and all this. All that weight he putting on. You can't lift like that and still be fluent the way y'all are. You can do a lot of reps, lower weight, a lot of reps, but you can't go in there and try and. All right, I'm gonna put 315 on the bar and do 5 reps.
I be looking at Shannon. Now, I be
Then
like,
you gonna be
You too. I mean, damn.
damn.
Now look at wait.
But you
Now
saying
look
he's
at
been
Shannon Sharp.
retired.
You
Now look
saying
at
that
Shannon
somebody
Sharp.
been doing it though.
Now look at Shannon Sharp. Look at how he looked when he played versus how he look now. Shannon is in there benching 400 pounds and he all like this now. He probably lifted heavy when he played, but not like this.
Yeah.
Not like this.
he had to be able to go
'Cause
here
He
and
had to
catch-
be able to do this with a double shell over your shoulder.
Yeah.
You have to be able to have a double shell over your shoulder and still be able to do this.
I agree with
To
you.
be able to throw the ball the way his quarterbacks do. They can't lift like us.
Everybody's different.
You've never trained like football.
I always train like
No,
that.
No, you haven't, bro. You ain't ever trained like us.
I didn't.
You've never.
Now y'all gonna tell me. Now
I went
Y'all
down
gonna
to
tell me.
pro. I went down to proactive.
Okay, tell me what's your football training?
So you train like
Trust
a
me,
football
no,
player when you was in the
no.
NBA?
No.
I thought I trained like I went
He's
down to
saying
pro.
you train. Tell me
I'm
what's
asking.
your football
I don't
training.
know. I'm asking a legitimate question. So you train like a football
My trainer
player?
was Thomas McKinney.
So I don't know who that is, but
Me neither.
Right,
What
so
is it?
y'all can look him up.
no, I'm just
I
saying.
don't
So
care
I just
what
asked you a
his
legitimate
name-
question.
tell
You
me
train like a
what-
football
what
player?
were y'all-
when you ready for NBA season?
I've had my uncle's Ray Roberts, cousin is Leonard Little, my uncle is John Avery. They all came from a football family. So in sixth grade I was lifting. I was doing football shit from sixth grade.
You was training
That's
for
why
the
I'm
NBA
six.
season. You was training like a football player. Is my question. The question I fucking asked.
Yes.
Like,
Yes, that's
But
what my advantage in college was. You can't guard them over there. You can't guard them over here. It's a gas chamber down there. It's fluid out
so
here.
when you were training
My
for
advantage was because I was
NBA
You
different.
still haven't told me
So
what
when you was
the
training for
lifts
NBA
are.
season,
Whatever you want to say, whatever the
training
football
you're
lifts.
doing.
Whatever the football lifts, power cleans, all the power
See, that's
lifting,
his lifting.
all the
That's
power
his
lifting,
lifting.
all the
You ain't
power
talking
shit.
about pushing sleds.
No, that's
You
not,
ain't talking
bro.
about-
I'm not
that's football
playing
training.
football, but I'm not playing
you
football.
training like
bro.
a
I said I was
football
lifting like a
Training
football
like
player,
one,
bro.
bro.
I didn't say I was out.
Now you're
Why-
proving my point.
Let me ask you a question.
It's not the
Why
same.
would I say
Proving
I'm
my
training
point.
for? Why would I say I'm
asked you.
training for football?
That's what we
bro?
asked.
No, y'all know I'm talking about lifting like a football
All
player.
lift, you can
No,
do
that's-
that.
so that's what I asked.
I know that's what I'm talking about.
listen,
Stop
my
it.
I have.
You're moving the goalpost.
My godson went to college to play basketball.
I asked a question.
When COVID
Been
was
this brolic
happening,
for
my
my whole
godson
life,
was
man.
getting ready for college. My son was getting ready for college. One football, one basketball. I put them both through the same workout. They did different things in the same workout. You know why? Because I told him, you can't lift like my son, who's a wide receiver, because you play basketball. So we can do the same lifts, but we can't do them the same. That's what I'm saying. So you can say, oh yeah, I lifted like a football player. You didn't.
But
you lifted, we did the same lifts, but we played two different sports, so you have to do it differently. Because after you finish lifting, I still gotta go outside and push these sleds. I still gotta pull these chains.
Do you know
I
that
still
the
gotta,
techniques?
like-
Do you know that the techniques that football players use when training are the similar techniques that basketball players use?
Like what?
Like coming off your right pivot, thrusting your right hip forward, going into a motion, coming
So
off the
let me ask you
defensive
this.
line,
So I-
coming off of a rebound, catching it, going right back up, speed. Going through the ladder, boom, 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 speed cut, between the legs.
So now, hold on, no, let me ask you.
You just said y'all
wouldn't even do
Can I
that.
finish?
No,
Can I
no,
finish?
I'm gonna
Can I
let you
finish?
finish. Just
Because this is how I train.
Please, I'm gonna
This is how
hear-
I
okay.
train. I
Please
use
do.
the ladder.
Please.
I use the frog machine. I use a lot of different techniques that were used from players that I trained with, which were football players. In the summer,
Okay.
we did certain things that were functioning just like what we do at basketball.
Okay.
The same functions, the same movements we do, they did and they worked on. Which was like, oh, we do this. This is what we need this for. We need this for this function. We need this for this speed. Oh yeah, y'all do a lot of speed cuts. I need that because I need to get faster when I land and I need to get this cut right. All of these things go hand in hand with training because I am a trainer and I've done this for a long time. But I'm just saying for reference, we do train like this if you can. A lot of players are too fragile to train like football players because it's heavy on the knees, heavy on the joints. You don't have the cardio or the stamina to keep up with it. But those who do, those who keep at it, you ready for it. You ready, and you want it because you look at the football players, you're like, that's why they so durable.
Who looks at
That's why they so durable.
Who looks at football players and thinks that way?
I do.
I played
I
15 years,
with
and I
football
trained like a
players. I do.
basketball player.
No, I train with NFL
Bro, we
football
kill
players.
our bodies.
No,
We
listen,
destroy our bodies.
It was with Clay Matthews, 100% psychopath,
Yes.
1,000%.
Reasonable.
Agreed.
Cromartie, I've never seen not a human being like him. Sproles, there was a Sproles.
Darren
Sproles.
I trained with Darren Sproles.
So I was with them, and I quit just the thought of trying to do what they did. Lifting and I'm in peak shape, and I was like, "What are y'all? Why are we lifting this much? What's going on?"
Bro.
Like I had 3 plates on each side. I can do this. Motherfucker put a chain on my back to do some push-ups. I didn't know what was going on.
Sound like slavery.
Would you say that
I can do this.
Too close to it for me, Joe.
Okay,
No
boxing, UFC, you seen UFC, you have to be in dangerously good shape to fight 5 rounds in the UFC. Michael Chandler, who's in the UFC right now, was supposed to fight Conor McGregor. He came to one of our workouts. He couldn't get through the workout. It was me, Darren Sproles, and Drew Brees. He couldn't finish. This is a UFC
quarterback.
Damn, Drew Brees was cooking him?
That's
a quarterback, a running back, and a defensive lineman.
And he couldn't get through the workout. That's what I'm telling you. It's different, bro.
It just
we're
sound
maniacs.
like certain niggas don't need to be out there with
We
y'all.
maniacs.
I was out there with y'all.
Nah,
We're
yeah.
maniacs.
I was out there.
You went to Runyon?
No.
We're maniacs.
I went to do. You ever did Runyon?
Running Kenyon?
Yeah.
No.
It was football players, me. So I'm looking at.
No, KJ works out with one right now.
I got this, right? There was a bunch of linemen out there, right? And they was like, all right, Kamari lead. All I seen was this nigga run up full speed and never slowed down. You know, I've never seen the beginning of Runyon.
Yes, I've never done it. I went out there.
He ran.
Never did it.
He ran full speed up the mountain all the way to the finish line. He finished 21 minutes before the second person came in. He done stretched down, ate water, like damn near sleep before and I'm sitting here like, yo, I came in last place. The legs was just way different. I didn't know what was.
Who got more bread?
I didn't know what this was.
The reason
like.
I know it's different is because we could do the same running, right? But you're running, now we got the same time. You're running, I need to do with a weight vest on. You know why? Because I don't play with what I have on.
Yeah,
I have to play heavier.
that's
So
what
I
I
have to do the same training you got to do.
But I'm with you, bro.
The explosion was way different.
Oh, no, I see. Man, listen, dog.
The
That's why I
explosion was
say
way
it's
different.
not.
I didn't went and watch Mayo Sand. I didn't went and watch Mayo train the football players in Dallas, and I didn't went and watch train the basketball players in Dallas. And I'm sitting there, motherfucker, and I want to throw up for them. Like, I want to throw up for the football players while they training. Like, where's the trash can? Like, and I'm from somebody, I didn't lift weights hard. I didn't lift weights heavy. I didn't try to get it strong. I got to college, I was fucking 206 pounds. I left 230. I put on 25 pounds of muscle. I had 3.5% body fat, right? So I know what it is to fucking lift and lift strong. Like, I was fucking ginormous when I got drafted.
So we asked the chat.
Go ahead, go.
So we asked the chat, could NBA players excel in the NFL?
See?
This is what I'm manning the chat.
Just
6,000 votes.
Somebody.
53% said yes.
Damn.
Chat is delusional on the Lord's Tuesday.
Yeah, they
Excel.
See, that's what I mean.
But see,
and that's,
you see,
and see, in Excel,
Hold on.
that number should be.
Problem with it now?
Hell yeah.
Oh my God. Lord,
I said the effective.
We cannot please these niggas.
I said the
We
effective.
cannot please these
Excel
niggas.
is him.
Excel is completely different.
Excel is 3 fucking all pros.
That's what I said.
I said effective.
I said we could come to
said
NBA
effective.
and play.
It's now down to 52.
rebound.
You removed the needle.
But a lot of
You're not supposed to
there's
do
a lot of
that.
people at y'all's game where y'all say, all right, when he come in, we know what his job is. He can rebound. He gonna play defense. You know, set him up. Get a little fast break, whatever. He can jump. He explosive. All that. We have athletes that can do that.
Y'all letting this
All right.
get to explaining and all this.
I'm not.
That's what I said. That's from the beginning. That's what I
I'm with you.
53%,
No,
man.
I'm not buying
And that's what.
Not Excel.
Drop that shit.
No,
down.
not Excel.
Gil
Not
said
Excel.
I can
Drop that
teach him
shit.
the
Not
drill
Excel.
and
Not Excel.
me.
I said be
limited
effective.
it to I didn't cross
47%.
that line of Excel.
Not
I
at
said
all.
We can play defense.
Be effective to a certain degree.
What?
To a
You know what
certain degree.
Excel?
That's it.
You know what Excel means?
That's
What-
it.
Yes. What does Excel
To get better. To get better. To
means-
start and
what
to
does it
get
mean?
better.
It means
to
move
start
forward.
What
and
does it
to
mean
get
in
better.
sport?
I can get
What does it
somebody
mean in
in there and
sport?
give him, he will excel.
Well-
he will excel.
What
For
does
sure.
Excel mean in sports?
What does it
Well,
mean?
get
in sports?
better.
No, for the most
To get better.
No, it
If
does
you
not.
say put us at receivers, off the rip, we would have trouble getting off the block.
Yes.
We would, because we're not used to being hit. So
Right.
you have to teach us to take the hit and move as well. our feet.
See, y'all.
It's the crossover, Gil. It's not even
Our
that's the
feet-
cross. That's the crossover.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's
the bum bum bum.
not. It's
Like
not.
it's the get off of me. Get off me. Don't touch me. Get your hands off me.
First off,
Get
you
off
know
me.
how I know he don't know?
Get off
He
me.
did like this immediately.
Nah.
Boy, we gonna
No. You ain't gonna do nothing. As soon as you get off me.
You not
Get off me.
man.
I know the rules. I know the rules. I know that he ain't going up. You gotta be strong. You gotta be strong.
They gonna take it.
Ain't no little nigga doing none of that to me. You too little.
Like, let's
You
say-
too little.
You know
You
what?
too
I'll
little.
give you one.
He can get his hands
Too little.
I tell
Okay,
you what.
sounds good.
Punt,
Team.
Return?
No.
punt team.
To get down there.
Punt return. There's like
run down
get
there
down
and go-
there. You gotta. So you got.
You don't gotta touch nobody, Gil. You don't gotta touch nobody.
What is it?
Just run.
No, you can't do that.
You got to get off the line.
Touch nobody.
No, what I'm saying-
What?
but
You
gotta
just
get
gotta
off the
run
line.
down until you catch it and run by it.
See what I'm saying?
See,
Just run by
That's
it.
that Austin Rivers mindset.
Just run by
You gotta
it.
touch nobody on
See,
punt.
I'm with you.
Then I can say, all right,
You don't have to touch nobody on
crazy.
punt.
No.
Let him catch
I
it. He
tell you what.
gonna do this. When he do
Whenever
this,
back there.
when he do this,
Whenever
he ain't gotta
you
touch nobody. Just hope he do this.
Whenever you want to, you tell me, I'll bring you to an NFL training camp practice and you'll just watch special teams. Y'all know the joint practice we be having where it's always brawls?
It's always the
Y'all
fight.
know where most of them come from?
On special teams.
Special teams.
Yes.
It ain't the O-line versus D-line. It ain't none of that.
All
It's
them niggas
special
is
teams.
special out there. They special.
Are you...
Yeah.
Like T.O., like,
Hey.
Niggas out there special
because
running
I've
into
watched
each other. Stop
T.O.
it.
since, my Golden State days play basketball. If he stuck with basketball the whole time, he would have been a great shooting guard, right? Athletic, strong, had feet, like his footwork
Right.
was amazing. He can shoot the fuck out of the ball,
Right.
It's just, he spent years just getting too big where it kind of, but if
right.
he would have stayed with it the whole time, he could have been in the NBA.
But he played...
For damn sure.
He played from high school all the way to college, and then he could have...
See, that's what I said. Those NBA, like Randy Moss.
Randy
like,
Moss could have
but-
played for sure.
But that's what I said for sure. So, like, the 6'4" body that can jump, they already have something we don't have. We don't have... Our hips don't move as fast as... That's what I'm saying. If you put our hips on the line, nigga, we in trouble, dog.
hips still-
You gotta put it in where you put it.
Yeah.
Okay, are we talking about playing the game and being durable? Because once you get off the block, you still gotta catch the ball.
Now, we'll catch the ball.
Then once you catch it, you gotta...
Our hard problem would be getting off the line.
Yeah, I think that's the hard.
Because what ends up happening is,
Yeah.
even if we're on the DBs, right? Even if we're playing defense, right?
Right.
We don't we're not taught to swivel as fast as you guys.
No.
Right? So you talking about backing up and then turn and turn. No. We'll fuck around, pull our girl.
Got to sit back that motherfucker and play safety,
Gil,
nigga, and
you know-
observe.
Yeah.
And you know what that
Hey.
says? They would have to play man
Free
every
safety.
fucking possession for you not to even have, get a chance to go get off on him. They play zone, that means he back off you one possession.
That's not what they...
Now you
Not
get to...
necessarily.
If he not up on you on the line,
No,
if he not up on
zone don't mean that. I'm still gonna be
zone
zone
is
jamming
not-
shit out
like,
you.
you're not
Zone
gonna jam
is
it if you're,
zone.
10, if you're 10 yards back,
Yes,
bro.
you're not,
That's a certain zone.
That's a certain
That
zone.
doesn't mean that...
Certain zone.
Okay.
Like I
What y'all
literally
gonna
looked
pick?
at, like
Y'all gonna
I
nitpick my
looked at
zone?
receivers. Like when
You nitpick and bring his zone into
I
it.
said-
Your
I
drop
said
zone.
there-
You
It's a drop
nitpick and bring his zone into it. We
can't
talking
jam
about
me
being
if you're in a drop
We
zone.
talking about being a man on man, but you
That's
brought
what I'm
zone into
saying.
this.
That's what we
Being
talking
man
about.
on man, getting off the line.
Not every possession do I
Being
have to
man
get
on
off
man.
the line like
So
that.
if
And not
I
every
say-
possession,
so
I have to get off the line.
If I say,
Dude.
you know what, he can come over here and play D-line. Am I talking about he come over here and play D-line and he doesn't have to go one-on-one with this dude and it's him?
It's gonna be a
He don't
double
have to
team
play
every time.
double team.
It's gonna be a
That's
double.
what
He
I'm
gets
saying.
whoever.
That's the way you just put it. Like, I can catch the ball. Well, yeah. What if he's 10
zone.
yards off? He ain't got to worry about the jack.
No, he was talking about
There's different elements to the game.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. If he's playing man on him, it's gonna be trouble. Like he said, it's gonna be hard for me to get off the line. That's what he said, right?
That's the
And that-
game.
yes. If they're in the zone, it's not gonna be hard for you to get off the line because they're not gonna be pressing you.
Okay, now we still gotta cut and move.
And I understand that.
Like,
That's all I'm saying.
we're
It's
still at
gonna
the
change.
basic.
It's still gonna change for us. That's what I'm saying. It's not gonna be, I gotta beat this nigga off the line every time. At some point in the game, hey, I'm gonna get to
Okay.
actually run a
And
route.
then- Well, let me
tell
I
you
get to
this
run
right
a
now.
route.
Well,
And
let me hold on. Let me
At
tell you
some
this.
point in the
You know,
game,
I got
I can go fly because
So
he's
let me
not
tell
up
you
on
this.
the line.
Well, let me tell you this right now. So since we talking sports, right? So if a coach know that you can't get off the line, you think he gonna fucking go zone?
Like I think.
Hold on, wait,
you
I'm
are
waiting on my answer.
We think
But listen,
I'm waiting on my answer.
you can throw the ball.
If you're gonna worry your offense about me,
Also-
if your defense is gonna be predicated to stopping me, yeah, I mean, if that's the case,
here's
I
that's
know
cool.
you can't get off the line. I'm
That's
not
cool.
going zone.
Then we're
Here's
going on
what
the weak
things
side.
change. we're talking as if when you get hit, I'm always gonna try and hit you up here. You 6'5", 6'6". Taking all this out. You gotta do that over and over and over again. And you have to worry about, as I'm coming across the middle of this field, is he gonna try and take me out?
Well, I ain't not worried about
Try
that
to
so
take
much
my
nowadays.
legs?
I'm going out of bounds.
Nowadays,
I just said in the middle of the field.
nowadays,
Okay, first of all,
Hey,
me
Gerald.
personally,
Why would I be thinking
nowadays not so much.
Yeah.
Look,
We're
nigga run across that mother. Yeah. 10 years ago.
Hey,
You come across that motherfucker, nigga. You
I'm a decoy.
Yeah, the game
right? I'm the
guy.
dude that's
Oh,
going to sit there, pretend I'm going to get it every time, cut across the field, do all.
So that's-
Don't throw me the ball.
You know
So
what
it's
we call
reference, right?
those?
Yeah.
Practice squad.
Hey, so let me tell you this, Joe.
yeah, don't throw me the
Gerald,
ball. Like,
So it's the same reference now, right? So give us the same reference that he just said, right? So in today's NBA, these young boys don't know what it is to get chucked on the pick and roll. When you roll, they don't know what it is for a motherfucker to meet you.
stand you up, yeah.
Right? You cut across the lane, you cutting through the weak side, they don't know what that shit is.
That started
Right?
right there. Oh,
So they don't understand that. So that's equivalent you going across the middle
Hey,
now,
man, you come across
motherfucker.
them-
You ain't got to worry about
That's-
niggas taking your shit off right now.
not scared, man.
You gotta be
It's- it's-
scared.
Scared. I signed up for
Neither
this.
one of them
If I
is-
signed up for this. This is part
Go
of it.
ask Chad
Let's
if
go
he was
fucking
ever
play
scared.
football.
Go ask
Let's
one
play
of them
fucking football. I'm not playing scary ass football. I'm not going here.
Nobody-
listening to
Sounds
hey,
Nobody
if,
is.
if I'm out
Nobody
here,
is.
if I get hurt, I get hurt. If I get hurt, I
Nobody
get hurt.
is. And for him,
If I get hurt, I get hurt.
yeah.
You gotta stop me now.
You at the
You gotta
highest
fucking
level,
stop me.
And you be
nobody
looking out
playing scared.
Neither one of them nigga that got up there was looking
I
out
ain't
their
scared.
motherfucking ear hole.
That's what I'm
I ain't
saying.
scared.
Like,
You get up, you looking out that
man.
motherfucking ear hole, and you walking to their sideline and your
I ain't
shit over
never
there.
seen no interview with a nigga talking to the ear hole, man.
We got a new poll. We got a new poll. We asked the chat, can NBA players not excel, just play in the NFL?
Yeah.
50-50 split. First time in the history of Gills Arena. 50-50 split on the chat.
I'll take it.
Take it.
There you go.
my whole thing was, if you do it, who would have the better chance? Not would they be good, just overall, the 30. Who
I
would,
personally feel like we would have a better chance coming to y'all's game
'Cause y'all can just say
because
play defense and-
because
The skill set doesn't matter.
yeah, at that point we can just sit and play defense. I mean, not saying defense is
I'm with
easy,
you, but still,
'cause
you
if
can move your feet, though.
Just doing that,
I got you.
Oh shoot, you go around. But if you train and defense,
effective.
because think about it, we do side to side movement.
Defense is the most
do
important part
cut.
of the game.
No,
So
it's
that's what I'm
I mean,
saying.
okay, if you wait, hold on. If you have a year,
not really.
Think about it. If I have,
not- no, it's not.
If
It's
you
gonna be
have a
giving
year
us-
to train,
The most important part of the game is scoring more points than the
if you have
opponent.
a year to train
That's
defensively,
Set a pick,
how tall is most
like our wide receivers.
the safeties and stuff?
It kind of depends. They
6'1",
they
5'11" to
5'10"
5'10" to 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah,
the biggest one gonna be 6'3".
that's the problem. That's why that's the problem with NBA players.
Defensive. I mean, they see.
So it's only a few. It's only a
That's
handful of
the problem with
receivers.
NBA players. Y'all's height
No,
and
no,
y'all's
see, that's what-
length and y'all
like,
arm.
if we're just talking about guarding the guards.
So you got Mike Evans. He's 6'5".
Yeah.
So only
Shooting guard.
there's only certain guys that's playing the receiver position.
like Jalen Ramsey,
Six-
Devontae
6'3".
Adams, people like that.
The only problem would be is the aggression. Like, you have to dial down your aggression and your
That's
Your-
why I said when
your
you were
natural
saying,
ability
That's
wanna
why when
jump
you
and
were
shit.
saying 1 year, 2 year, 3, our brains are geared to like we just
Go forward.
I-
goddamn.
Yeah. You be going for, you get a lot of fouls
I'm
early.
saying,
That's
like
it.
we just
Yes.
geared to be like I tore my labrum in my arm and I tore my bicep tendon up here, right? I've torn down here, down here, down here, down here. I tore this on the third play of the game. I missed one snap. You know what I did? I said tape around the top and I'm going back in. It was Monday Night Football. I was playing the Steelers. I'm not missing this.
You got to.
I tore my bicep, it's still not there. I tore the bicep tendon out my shoulder. I had them put tape. That ain't doing nothing. I said, put tape around it. Hold it in place. And I went back in and I got a sack on Ben Roethlisberger. Our minds are, we're groomed to be like crash dummies. We just are. Whereas how y'all play, it has to be a certain level of control.
Skill and- yeah.
That's why I say y'all skill level, y'all's pacing and all that. Like, it's just
we got to slow you down for
Yeah.
the sport.
Yeah.
Right, because you're in just overall the engines are higher.
Absolutely.
Right, your engines are higher, so we have to dial you down so you don't get baited into fouls. Like okay, you got a 46.
So they the drag race, right? So you been to the drag race, right?
Yeah.
Where dun, and it's the motherfucker they got, they just fucking go to the end. It's that shit with them, because it's 4 seconds, dog.
Yeah.
Each player is 4 seconds, Gil.
Yeah, we got to slow you
Max.
down. That's all.
Max, right?
Yeah, that's if the play extends.
Yeah. So and that's just for us. It's the motherfucker. It's the long. It's the
Like
whole
when you're
fucking-
If you teach motherfuckers how to backdoor and shit like that and jump,
Like if you're watching, like if you watch the game, it's like, oh, okay, that play. All right, play was like this. To us, it happens like that.
Let's keep this thing moving. It is 12:42 Pacific. We are contractually obligated to talk a little bit of basketball on the show, even though
I thought we was a fucking football show. We learning.
hybrid, Gil, hybrid. All right,
I'm learning here.
multi-denominational. But in the meantime, in between time, make sure you download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code Gil. You get to $1,000 in bonus cash,
I'm gonna
plus a
learn.
special pick'em. And Underdog's got special promos for you all week long for the kickoff of the NFL season. So make sure you use promo code Gil to get your bread right and take advantage of all those. So we're gonna talk about something that you can relate to as well. Facundo Campazzo spent parts of 3 seasons in the league with the Nuggets and Mavs before heading back overseas. At only 5'10", the Argentinian hooper was a mismatch for several of the top guards in the NBA. So during an interview on the Clank podcast, Campazzo talked about his experience defending some of the best guards in the league and the heckling that he dealt with from fans. So here was his quote. He said, "I had to defend Stephen Curry and Trae Young. There were these rappers sitting in the front row. They were saying to him, attack him, he can't defend you. Look, he doesn't know how to defend. And I was thinking, please don't attack me or don't fall so you don't end up in the top 10 of the week. And it was the same when I was defending Curry. Draymond would come up to me and say, no matter how you defend him, he's going to score 30 points on you. So ask your coach to switch you out." But brings her to a larger issue and topic. Did heckling help or hurt your game when you were playing?
I was stuck on who the fuck this was.
That's the, I was looking
But you
like,
ain't listen, dog. Like you over there reading this shit, and all I'm thinking about, like, who the fuck
hey,
is
Mark, I was reading, I said, what's the, okay,
played
what's,
for
how
Denver.
does this,
That's why.
what's the segue?
Play for them.
That is why.
I'm waiting on the next one.
all right,
So
I
does
got you.
this?
Wait,
yeah.
is that the
Good
he
point
was
guard.
the good passer?
Yeah, point guard.
Oh, he just never got in. He was a good passer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
5'10".
No, but passing. I know there was somebody on Denver that can pass the shit out of the ball. It just,
This is just the entryway into the subject.
I got you.
Oh no, I appreciate that.
but it just threw us off.
The segue,
I get
it just
but
threw-
It was just.
I get it's a Lord's
went-
Tuesday.
So guys,
I'm over here
focus
like-
on the players more.
The team
so
he said that like
general
Denver.
topic of
The general
heckling.
topic, did
Oh,
heckling
so
hurt
ridiculous.
or help your game when you were playing? We'll start with the basketball players first, and we're going to hit it from the NFL side. Rashad, did heckling help or hurt your game?
Shit, it helps. Shit, when you barely play, shit, it gets you kind of hype. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers start saying your name and shit randomly. You're not supposed to be shooting the ball, and you shoot it. You make it 1, 2, 3. Coach start calling your name because you're getting heckled. It helped me a lot of times, to be honest. A very few times that it did
So
happen.
you played average 15 one season. You
I got heckled. I got heckled because I was the 15th man on the bench, and I got fucking heckled because I wasn't playing. It was there. They was like, "We came to see you play," and he's like, "Get your ass in the game." And I was like, "No."
You got
So the answer is,
Yes, I've been heckled.
So does it help or hurt?
does it help or hurt?
It helped. It helped. I got to play a little bit more, a little longer.
okay. How about yourself? How did you do with hecklers? Did they motivate you? I know occasionally you'd have to check fans during games, but did that help your game or hurt your game?
Didn't do either.
Had no bearing.
No bearings on how I was gonna try to put foot to ass. It didn't matter, man. I want to win, and
Don't change.
it had something to do with the 94-50. He heard him, yeah. Because some motherfuckers be disrespectful, but it don't matter. Because if you see me on the street, you're gonna ask for a fucking picture. So that's like it don't. Like unless you just wild with it, saying some wild disrespectful shit, and now you in like sitting this close, like you sitting courtside and you just dumb disrespectful. Then I could,
Story
but
pertaining to that too.
then I'm gonna address you. But other than that, you sitting back here, I'm gonna tell you, hey man, appreciate you help pay the salary for the day, dog. And
You don't believe that.
like,
Don't believe
like that's that Melo. So that was
You
the
don't
best quote
believe
ever.
that.
Man. Melo told Melo, you suck. You don't believe that,
Believe that.
right? So, I mean, they there to cheer for their team, dog, and I don't. Yeah.
Gerald, a little different in the NFL. Fans are a little bit further away, but when you're on the sidelines, obviously they can scream, they can heckle, they can say whatever the hell they want. We've seen
Well,
situations in the past, Marcus Peters having to run up on a fan.
Yeah, I had I'm very similar to how Kmart is. It don't affect me because I was always joking during the game. Like I couldn't play angry. My worst games of my career at every level, Little League, high school, college, NFL, is when I was angry. I'm just not that guy. So, like, it'd be people fighting on Sunday. We play on Sunday. It'd be people fighting. I'll run up, like, hey, nobody go to church today? And they all be like, I'd be like, see, you wasn't mad as you thought. And get back in the hug. So when I come out, people talk crazy to me, like, pertaining to, oh, they want a picture with you after. We play in Philly. Philly known in the league as one of the worst places to play because of the fans. So we standing in the tunnel, and the fan is disrespecting me. And I turned to him, I said, hey, bro, do you got to do all that to root for your team? Like, do you have to personally disrespect me and root for your team? He was like, I'm sorry, man. I'm just a big fan, man. I didn't mean nothing. I said, I appreciate you root for your team because I want my team to root for me, but, like, disrespect is it? Oh, man, you know, I apologize, man.
You want
They just want attention. So when it's happening to me, like, I'm gonna play anyway. You know, especially when I'm on the road.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be worse. But to me, it's like I got whether you scream or not, I have a job to do. Yeah. So it don't affect me either way. And if it affects me anyway, it gives me even more of a boost because now I can come and be like, all right, you just said, okay, there we go.
I was about to piggyback on that. If it does anything for me, it gives me motivation how you sit on your hands, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For me to play as well, that's for kick your team ass. Now you're not cheering or nothing. Now you're sitting there motherfucking quiet, or you getting up and walking out. And that's the best revenge ever, right?
So
booing you and the motherfuckers walking out, the game ain't over yet? Oh, it's the best.
I had got a sack versus the Cleveland Browns. Ran over the center, and I pointed to the crowd. Everybody asked me, what was you pointing at? Well, in Cleveland, they have an area called the Dog Pound. I had just signed my new contract, like 2 days prior. We warming up about a day, purposely do this. They have the opposing team warm up at the Dog Pound so they can heckle you. And they disrespect, you shouldn't have got paid, you overrated, this, and this, blah, blah, blah. And I said, all right, cool. Second play of the game, I ran the center over and got a sack. And I pointed to them, like, you were saying what? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it is. I had a fan yell at me, I sacked Eli Manning. The fan yelled at me, man, Gerald, if you touch Eli Manning again, I'm gonna kill you. From up there? Like, that's part of it, man. Like, you have fun. I have fun with it. Because they just fans, man. They just fans. But I've also sat courtside at NBA games where guys like cross lines, and I'm like, hey, bro, if he come over here, I promise you I'm not helping. I'm going to help him because I know what that's like. So, like, you know, it just depends on the athlete. Like, if it really bothers you, you see Russell Westbrook, he'll go get somebody, hey, get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, I don't care.
How about yourself? With it. Heckling help or hurt your game?
I love that shit. It was part of entertainment for me. So, for someone to, like, think about a fan, right? Just like we get ready for the game, right? We getting ready to whoop their ass. His distraction, like he probably done talked himself in the mirror. Yeah, I'm gonna call him this. I'm gonna tell him, like, he literally, like, so it's who's gonna win this battle, right? So either if I hear his mouth, either I'm balling or I'm playing like shit, right? Right? I'm balling enough for him to try to distract me now, or I'm playing like shit and he's harassing me, right? It's gonna go either way, but, you know, I averaged 29, 28, so obviously I was getting the better of most nights, but I looked at it as fun because if I'm playing in Charlotte, it's Charlotte, right? The team's sorry as hell, so I need someone to say some shit to get me riled up. Now I get to play for something because your point guard, you know, he ain't in it today. So, right? I'm not playing against the motherfucking Lakers. I'm not playing against Allen Iverson. It's you. So this motherfucker here like, oh yeah, we're gonna get the best of you. You ain't that good. I thank you for coming out, goddammit. I got a good 35 piece for you.
I always used to look at it like this too. Who are they heckling? Not heckling the whole team.
No.
Kenyon, you suck. but you're heckling me. Clearly, I don't. You chose me to heckle, especially in football. On game day, it's 46 actives. It's 53 guys. It was 46 actives. So all these people you named, you could have called. Gerald, you suck. Why'd you choose me? So obviously,
I'm doing something.
I don't suck. You know, so that's how
I'm doing something to get your. I'm doing something to get your attention.
Pick me to heckle. So that's how I see it. Like, I must not be that bad if you got all these people to choose from and you chose me to yell at. I'm good.
But Gil, on the subject of heckling, let's go back down memory lane. November 9th, 2002, you're playing on the Warriors at that point, second season in the league. You guys are playing in Houston against the Rockets. You had a situation where Irv Gotti, Ja Rule, and the Murder Inc. crew, they were all sitting courtside, had about 20 tickets courtside for that particular game. You had a situation which may or may not have had your life in jeopardy in the aftermath. So what's that story between you and Irv Gotti? Gil?
Yes, please tell.
Listen, look, I don't know nothing about, sports betting back then, right? I just know that the game is still going on. It's my second year. I need points. So, therefore, I didn't care what the time was nor what the score was. I was shooting that shit, right? And I remember, he said something like, don't shoot the ball or you're not going to shoot it. And it was like winding down, 3, 2. I shot that bitch. Hell yeah, I shot that bitch.
Who said it?
Irv Gotti.
Oh, man, if you don't shoot,
he had money. He had the money on the game, and the line was covered.
He told you don't shoot?
It was one of them, because they was talking the whole game.
Yeah.
And, so that was the group. Like, yeah, that's Chop motherfucking Rule, right? So, hell yeah, I'm getting busy.
So the spread was 8 on the game. Coutinho Mobley hit a pair of free throws in the final minute of the game to put the Rockets up 9. Game was decided. They had $175,000 bet on that game. And then you came down and you did what exactly?
I shot 3.
You made the
Easy money. Hey, you won the game, but you lost the money. Yeah. Listen, everybody in this motherfucking arena happy, but
I don't know what to tell you, eh?
Oh man, I didn't know my life was in danger.
So we actually have a video of Irv Gotti and Ja Rule talking about this on an appearance they did on Drink Champs.
Gilbert Arenas, get the ball, drive down, top speed, and shoot some damn near like a Steph Curry 40-footer, sunk it. For nothing.
Beat
the spread. It
was nothing.
Hey,
we wanted to kill Gilbert.
I can't believe he did that shit. And after that,
We wanted to kill Gilbert.
he really started torturing niggas. I'm like, that's the nigga. The hibachi nigga. That's the nigga. Oh, my God.
Y'all are friends now. You've worked it out. That 175 got his thing, especially on the.
Quit betting on sports, goddammit. Shit. Can't depend on these niggas. They don't know you bet.
It's like fantasy football.
Yeah.
Nigga get mad at you because you had no sack.
Should I start so-and-so this? Well, I'm trying to win the game. Just start where you was fantasy, I don't know.
That's funny as shit. So that nigga over there talking
Yeah, like
shit.
the free throws, like, you know how you swing it out? Like, 3. Nah. Nigga, you over there still yapping, celebrating. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they hit
This
the free
means
throw, they
something
over
to
there
y'all.
celebrating and shit.
This means something to y'all.
Oh, yeah, hold on. The fuck y'all celebrating? Boom! Oh! Like, oh. Yeah.
The hibachi.
See you next game. Yeah.
Did you guys
Nigga
have
said for nothing.
for nothing?
Nothing. He
You guys
was
have
so
any
upset with
notable
that. for nothing.
interactions with celebrity fans when you were hooping? Nobody's gonna come.
No, I'm just I'm cheering for them teams and all that other than like Spike in the Garden and shit like that.
You said, did we have any celebrities come to
Like-
the
No
game?
interactions with celebrities.
I'll talk shit to
Start
Spike,
talking
man.
crazy to you.
Oh no, I was talking. We played when I was with the Nets and we was kicking the Knicks' ass in the Garden. Oh, I was talking cash shit to Spike and them. You better know it. Yeah, I was talking.
Yeah, I was a nobody then, so it didn't.
What other than that?
That was Steve Francis and them, so yeah, that was.
Can I ask a question?
Somebody's work was flirting with me in
Is
front row work.
is because
Especially
y'all
go get
been
people.
playing a game like we play even the closest it get, even Little League, the parents are a little ways back. You get to high school, they understand. Colleges, state, football, state, they back.
Yeah.
Do y'all groom yourselves to where y'all don't even think about it with you doing everything you doing with me sitting right here next to you? Do y'all even see, or like the fans? I know you may interact, like if it's a free throw, you sit over, look over. If you hoop, you might wink or something, but performing with people, like, because you've been doing it so long, does that even...
Don't even see him.
You know, I figured that.
Yeah, for the most part, you don't even...
Because like us, we don't...
Like, it could be the third quarter, and I can look up like, damn, that's fucking Denzel over that bitch, right? I oblivious, dog. Like, have no fucking clue. Like, until I went on the bench for an extended period of time and was like, just started
looking around.
Just observing like shit, like, oh, shit. Oh, that's cool. Or some shit be going on. I just...
Yeah, because like us, we just play. You just...
See, like, that's the worst.
Play.
Like even in, like, we're... Just like you're taught, right? We've done, think about AAU, them parents is the worst. AAU parents is the worst.
The worst.
They're the worst.
Yeah.
My son didn't switch to football till he was a sophomore in high school. And even through high school, he played AAU basketball. So I know.
Yeah.
It's bad.
It's brutal. So,
it's
like,
bad.
you know, kids, like, you know, that's, you know, you learn how to, like, get rid of it. In high school is a little bit... Like,
you hear your parents. Like, if you're in high school, like, you hear your parents.
The only person you hear is
your parents. Right? That's the only person you hear in high school.
You don't hear You hear that tone. No matter what signal it is. One, everybody clapping. You hear that?
All that going on. And I could be like, yo.
Yeah.
He'd be like,
that was mine.
Yeah.
Right? That was mine. Yo.
Yeah. Like, you're trained.
Right, I got you.
You're trained to hear.
All you gotta say.
But because we're moving so much, you don't even get to really act in real time.
Yeah.
Right? Because so many voices is going on. Our biggest problem is when we get to the NBA is media. Because for the first time in our lives, negativity has been like. You saying I'm overrated is on the opponents, right?
Right.
I'm good, and you saying so that becomes another thing. When we're watching in real time, people say something about us, that hits a little bit different, right? We're not accountability doesn't. College writers don't talk shit about the player for the most part, right? They're because they got to see the player the whole time. You know, we're on sports.
The university won't let them in.
The university. Yeah. When we get to the NBA and then we sitting there and we play the game and then some people we've never seen in our lives go on to ESPN or TNT or what they making come. Oh yeah, he's not this good. He's a ball hog. You're like, what the fuck is your problem?
Right.
I know. No, I did shoot 35 times, but that's neither here nor there, right? Like, this is my sorry ass team. I gotta practice with these dudes. These niggas went to go drink. There's a reason that I shot 35 times, right? You don't know that, but why are you? Who gave you the? Right. So I have a problem with that, and my emotions will kick in, right? Yeah. And then I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna be the little bitch about it because what you're saying is correct. But the context is different.
And I think because it's only a few of y'all, you can be more targeted. Where if our defense don't play good, they're not going to say, Gerald did this, he didn't do that. The defense was terrible. And even so, the guys who are on that level are quarterbacks, really quarterbacks. It's just like that, quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks, head coach get this.
Quarterbacks and head coaches, that's it. But y'all, it can be, it's just 5 of y'all. I mean, now I'm talking about just on the court at a time. So y'all can be more targeted. But my next question is like communication. I'm sitting here courtside and I'm watching Kmart and he's saying something to whoever this is as he's shooting free throws. I can kind of see what he's saying, but I can't hear it and I'm sitting this close. How is, like for us, we communicate, people just see the game going on. There's a lot of communication, but you can only hear it if you right there. Is that how it is for y'all? Like when y'all communicate? Because we as fans, we sitting on the court, I'm speaking from a fan standpoint, we can't hear the communication, but I know it's happening.
Yeah.
But we can't hear it. Is it the same for y'all? Where
it's a lot of communication.
because they making checks for us. Like
It
I'm in
should
my
be.
stance. I
Yeah,
have
like
to
it
hear
should be.
certain positions.
I have to hear this check behind me, but also I'm having to hear Tom Brady check as well. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Most of it is the bigs, right?
yeah.
Most of the offensively, it's the guards. That's the point guard is the communicator on offense. On defense, it's more the bigs because we're in the back line, so we see everything. We in the pick and rolls, we calling the coverage, we telling the guard whether to get over the top, whether it's a down or a blue, a switch, a fire, whatever the terminology is, right?
Yeah.
Hey, watch that screen, get up under that. I'm on your left, I'm on your right. Hey, heads, hey, if a top block that, don't let that go. So it's on me to call the coverage out. So for him, so it's the
Can't see what's going on.
yeah. So it's the linebackers for y'all, right?
Yep.
And so it's the linebackers, and so for us it's the bigs, right? Me and Chris Paul got into it one game because he was trying to call out the coverage, and I told him that ain't your fucking job,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Got an argument on the business. That's not your fucking job, dog. Like your job is to pass the ball and get the motherfucking ball. Let me do this. Well, my message was, he was absolutely probably right what he was saying, but in the time when he didn't, ain't your fucking job, dog.
Yeah.
Let me do my job. Let me call out this coverage. If you get screened, it's on me.
Yep.
And
Right.
see, that's the difference in the dynamic, another different dynamic in the game. So if we come in the huddle and they call a call, okay, they know what coverage they running behind. But me, I have to see the formation because I have to say, hey, you go over here and flip because I know I want the one-on-one. So if I know the running back is here, you got passing strength here, I have to know, are they a passing strength team? Are they a cab team, which is center away for back? Is this running back, is he out lined up more behind the tackle? That means I know he's going out. If he's in more, I know he's releasing into the A-gap. I have to know all that up front. In the back end, they got to communicate on a completely different level. So what I'm seeing up front means it all is the same. The formation is the same, but it means something different for us up front versus them in the back end. We have to coordinate our rush. So we not just up there, go get the quarterback. Because you got to know, are you getting 3 people here? Are you getting 2 people here? Do I have a one-on-one? If I do have a one-on-one, do we want a twist? Do we want to run? It's a lot that go on, but it's different for me versus them.
Yeah.
Right? And we all seeing the same thing and doing 2 completely different things, but at the same token, you will hear rush and coverage has to work together.
Yeah.
So it's
Well, how does that change though when you're in a loud stadium though? Then you can't hear each other because the crowd's so loud. Like
signals.
You would just
Signals.
Yeah, and then they got
Signals.
hand.
Different signals. You got to know. You know all that. There's all the different.
Like if you let's say you see something like it's really loud and y'all made a play call and you see something outside of the play call, right?
Yeah.
How do you signal to the rest of the crew that
probably can't
they're about to
eat,
do something different? Because then you by yourself now at this point because you know what I mean?
But I don't want to answer it for you, but my understanding of it is, even if he see it
yeah.
in real time, he probably can't communicate. He got to do what the
Right.
play was called, right? Because he can't deviate. Because if he go left, everybody else go right. He fucked up the whole play. Now if they score, it's on fucking him.
That's what I'm saying.
And on film, they're gonna be like, God damn it, Gerald, what the fuck was you doing right here?
Yep. So if
Right?
somebody score, like we get to the sideline, they have tablets now. You can literally run the play and see what happens. So if somebody score, they have to find where's the breakdown. All right? And you look, on TV, it looks like this. Oh, shoot, he just had a great run. Y'all don't know what the problem is. We get to the sideline, the coach will say, who had the B gap? Oh, well, coach, I thought it was a boot because he turned. Who had the B gap?
Fuck what you saw.
I don't care about what you saw. What was the call? Oh, it was closed left. So you had the B gap. Yeah, I had the. Coach, it was Gerald. He got out of the game. Yeah, he tried to, he seen something, so yeah. And now they just scored 6 points, all because I seen something and this is what's happening. But if one person and his whole defense don't do his job, it's touch.
So just take Russell Wilson, for instance, right? We all like, why the fuck he didn't give the ball to Marshawn Lynch, right? That wasn't the call.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so now do you guys?
But he's also like, I'm about to get this Super Bowl.
No,
MVP
still,
if I get
what I'm
this.
saying is, so
It probably was twofold though, right?
do you guys get pissed off the same as us with analysts that didn't play the game?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because
But their sport is more in tune to have people that played it, talking it.
Yeah.
because
It's been that way forever.
Yeah.
Because like with us, I mean, just like the problem now is most of the legacies are being judged by people who never even played the game.
Right.
Right? So when you say whose block was this, like they might be blaming him.
Yeah.
He was in the right position, but because I fucked up, now he's getting called and
Yeah,
for
of
something,
course.
but only the team knows that. I hate that part of the sport where
I hate it. What'll happen is we'll play a game. Oh, well, Gerald didn't have no sacks. He didn't have this, and this. I go in the meeting room and I got an A for the game. I graded out great. You know why? Because when we come into Tampa in between 2010 and 2018, the game plan is stop 93. Stop him. When we played the Saints, I trained with Drew Brees. We played him twice a year. He's in our division. He told me, I'm not letting you get off when you play us. So they had a certain way to protect. How they protect is how they protect. When they played Tampa, if I get up and move, because I just read your protection, Drew, I know what you're doing. I'm going to get up and go over here. Check, kill, slide that way. Now I'm getting this double team all game. I might come free here and there. You got to pick, but now the media, man, Gerald might be losing a step. He ain't doing this and this. He ain't doing this and this. Well, you know what happens is, it's 4 of us. So if it's 5 of them, it's 4 of us, and I got 2, somebody needs to win they one-on-one.
Yeah.
Now, when somebody else is making hay, now it opens it up for me. But when we're watching and you knowing exactly what's happening, like we in the play and we know we're getting put in a bad position by our play caller, but we can't do nothing about it. But the writers are saying, this defense is trash, this defense, we all like, man, I'll kill you. I won't choke you out. I've had instances where I've literally gotten media members' numbers and said, final warning. No, I'm serious. You know I'm talking to you. I said, final warning. Like, I've told you, stop making stories up, stop doing this. Don't do that. So yeah, we get just as irritated with y'all.
Did he heed to the warning?
Oh yeah, he took heed. He took heed for sure.
Yeah, I just don't like it. I'm like, how do you judge someone? How do you say someone is doing this? Like, how can you call someone the ball hog, but you've never been in practice? You've never been to practice. You don't know what the teammates do. You don't know what the pecking order is. Right? You don't know we in Miami, this motherfucker just got in 20 minutes ago.
Right.
And you want me to there's 10 seconds on the line. I got triple T. You want me to pass it the drunk a lot over there.
Yeah, like
This motherfucker
that's
just
what I'm saying. Like Kobe, when Kobe would say, I seen you practice. Why would I give you the ball in the game? I watched what you did in practice. Why would I give y'all don't know that because y'all not at practice, you know?
And I was like, how do you don't know what the play call is. You don't know what we are doing for me not to take this game winner to pass it over here. Right? You don't know what play that is.
Now,
but I'm getting judged for not taking that shot, or I'm getting judged for a turnover where I'm supposed to give a handoff, right?
Yeah.
You went back door.
Right. Yeah.
Right, you know what I mean? Or you supposed to go back door, right? And you come get the handoff and I threw that motherfucker out of bounds.
Like quarterbacks, all interceptions are not created equal. You see them throw an interception, but we talked earlier in the week. When you get cover 3, go here. The quarterbacks don't throw, like I said, they throw you open. So quarterbacks throw the spots. I expect you to be when Antonio Brown and Ben Roethlisberger were hitting on all cylinders. The reason being, Ben Roethlisberger told him, I don't care how you get there, be in the spot. And they were hitting on all cylinders. Some wide receivers get out there and they just be all over the place. So that leads me to my next question. How do y'all deal with former players criticizing the player? Do they have a little more leniency? A little more like, so for me, I listen to
They're in this position now, so
It's one thing that matters. Level of success, I think, to a certain degree. Like whether a guy had success while he was playing or not. I think it matters.
Does that give him more leeway to say more, or does it?
It does.
It depends. It depends, like
Because they understand the game, or because he just
They
is
did
who
it.
he is?
No, they did it and they were successful at it.
Rashad, do you agree or disagree with that?
I'm just saying the way some dudes think, man. I'm saying like
Yeah.
it comes across different. Like from you, if Gil say something about somebody and
It may hurt more.
it might hurt more, right? Then somebody else says something, it might not because it's or how long a guy played or certain criteria comes with that. I don't think just take Shaq, Charles Barkley, and Kenny, right? What people take digs at Charles about.
No ring.
They win the ring. Yeah.
They can't. So it's
but see, he can't.
like,
But he
what the fuck, Charles? No, you ain't never win that
he can't
motherfucker,
do-
right?
but that's-
so that's what KD comes back with and says. So it's
Still Charles Barkley.
it is still Charles
But that
Barkley,
comes but from the players.
but from the players,
We don't throw championships in the argument. So if Charles says something, right, we're listening to what he says, right? You were MVP. You went to the highest level. You lost to Michael Jordan. There's no, it don't matter. But I'm gonna take him over Kenny, right? When we talk about pressure, shots, and this, Kenny really never been in that position.
he's a role player, so it's
Right, he was a role player, so he only has a certain
Right.
and then
Even though you got
Shaq
two
would trump that, right? Like if I'm talking about pressure shots, hitting game winners, I can talk about it, but Melo.
Yeah.
Melo's gonna have another level. Dwayne Wade,
right.
Their doors would open up another level. So when we start talking about playoffs and stuff, there's people that everyone trumps everyone, right? That's just.
And I also think in our game,
And how you score too.
Yeah, I think in our game, I could be wrong. I think we have more former players that are analysts than the NBA.
Absolutely.
So we get a little more, I say, in our feelings because a lot of what's happening to us is, oh, he's not doing this, he's not like this and this and this, or he's not playing with effort, or he's not whatever. And our return for that is, bro, you was in those locker rooms. You know how this go, man. Don't act like them. Like you didn't play. You was me one day. At one point, you was me. Stop acting like a journalist. You know, like me. I gotta go do NFL Network later. When I crossed over, one thing I tried to do is make sure that I grade the play and not the player. Because if you grade the player, then a personal element comes into it instead of he's playing the game. Grade how he's playing the game. And I think where a lot of my former colleagues and NFL Brotherhood members is, when they cross over, they get fully into media mode instead of being a player who's talking about the game from the experience of being a player. You're talking like a journalist.
But,
Now you sound like you didn't play, and you did.
but sometimes you got to think about who's writing the questions and who's giving the format of conversation to talk about.
I'm on that side now.
Yeah. So you end up getting stuck with it,
Yeah.
right? And we have the same thing. You know, we try to be fair. Like we don't, try to, like when personal shit comes up, we know we don't fuck with that,
Right.
Like we usually make a joke about it. Like when it comes to players themselves, for the most part, 60-40 is going to be the worst unless we just don't like that personal player. But for the most part, we try to stay somewhat like, if we don't like him today because he did something, I might like him tomorrow.
Right.
Might like him. So we're going to be flip-floppy. But that's the way you're supposed to be because the game is changing,
Yeah.
right? The skill is changing, right? I mean, for the most part, if a coach is bad, he's usually always bad. But a player, like, we try to be as fair as possible. But if we are biased, we're biased.
Right.
We gonna be on bullshit, but you're gonna know it. So for the most part, you just don't take that serious because I'm gonna be on bullshit.
And do y'all gauge the game based off how it is now or how when y'all played? Like when y'all watch the game now, y'all like, man, that ain't the game is evolving. That ain't really.
Not for
we don't do it.
Like I don't do it for the stars.
Where they is.
I don't do it for the stars.
Yeah.
I do it for role players. Like I'd be like, damn, this motherfucker get 10 threes a game. This nigga fifth option. That's crazy as hell. He getting more shots than Reggie Miller. That's sick. That's crazy. Like like the star players are star players, but like mine is more like with the third, fourth options, getting some of these opportunities that just ain't a lot.
And y'all don't watch the game. Y'all watch the I don't watch the game.
We watch it. Like when I watch it, I don't watch it as.
I asked a question the other day, right?
Yeah, we watch it for critiquing.
I don't watch it and be like, I'm gonna sit back and enjoy football.
Yeah,
That's what I asked.
Dog,
I asked a question
put
the
your
other day.
hand here. What are you
So
doing?
I asked the question the other day, are you watching or are you critiquing it, right?
I'm critiquing
You watching
the whole
film.
time.
You watching film. You can't relax
like watching
watching
film.
it.
It's like
I said it. I asked a question the other day when all those was on the couch, didn't I? And
critiquing it.
you critiquing it, man. The whole fucking time you're watching, you can't fucking relax. Only thing I enjoy watching football, right? Because I never played it, so I understand it, but I don't know the ins and outs of it. So I understand where I'm watching the whole scheme. I ain't just watching the ball. I'm watching the whole play, but I still don't know everything that's going on, so I can fucking enjoy it. Like, goddamn, that was a good play.
That's how I do basketball.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a disrespectful fan.
I know enough to like be like, oh, I know that was that and this and this. But like you said, he's supposed to cut here and all. You can see it.
Yeah.
Like I sit and watch y'all show, and y'all say something, and I'll be like, well, shoot, let me get my notepad out. 'Cause I didn't even know they're talking on a level. Like, if I had 3 more of my colleagues, and then you were sitting here, we would say stuff that you would be like, man, what does that mean? But if I broke it down simple, then, So
Rashad, we see you have leaned up. Yeah. What's on your mind, Playboy?
So when you watch the show,
yes,
right, and you hear the professional opinions of these guys who got credentials, what do you think when I give my piece when it comes to the validation and credentials one does not have, speaking on things that one has never done? Do I sound like the crazy one?
Well, we all know you're the crazy one. You sound like the crazy one, but that doesn't invalidate what you're saying.
To an extent.
No, it don't.
I don't think it invalidates what you're saying.
To the extent that there are levels to talking.
It is.
About
there are levels to talking. Like me, like we on our show.
To an extent, I can only participate.
Well, on our show, we have
certain level.
We have a segment on our show
I
called.
can't talk about what it is to win the championship. So I played for a long time, but there's certain conversations we can't all have.
Like Kmart,
I just said. That's
like
what I'm
we.
just-
but it doesn't mean that you're invalid. What you're saying is invalid.
That don't invalidate what you said. Like we have a segment called Players Only, but then Ed Reed came on the show, and they was saying like Gold Jackets only. So I knew, hey, that is Michael Irvin, Kurt Warner, and Ed Reed. They're talking from 3 Hall of Famers. I'm gonna go over here and get ready for the next segment. But if we start talking football again, now we're talking at an all-pro level. All right, let me work my way back in. But now we talk at a Hall of Fame level, champion. I'm gonna go sit my black self over here and let them do their thing. But if they ask me, hey, what does it take to win the playoffs? I know the best team always win the playoffs. The team who is hitting on all cylinders wins in the playoffs. What does it take to win the playoffs? You got to be able to run the ball, stop the run. You're not beating nobody running the ball. You're not winning the Super Bowl running the football. I know that. But if they say, all right, what is it like getting ready for a playoff, NFC championship, AFC championship, what's the game plan? That's where I step.
So if top 75 party goes down and there's the top 10 guys at the table, I don't know how I got there. Somehow I'm in the room, somehow I'm at the table. Am I allowed to speak at this table if we're talking hoop?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because your experiences are your experience.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Right.
at what point am I not allowed to be a participant in the conversation?
If we put it in certain parameters.
Yeah.
If we put it in a certain
What does it take to win the championship, Rashad, on the NBA level? Like,
I would assume it takes teamwork.
see the key word in that is assume.
Right. But where am I wrong?
Because you don't know.
You need teamwork to play the
I
game,
understand, but we
game,
ain't
right?
never won it though.
The game.
Yes, but
blanket, yeah.
Blanket, yes.
It all
but,
depends. No, it all depends on what is the conversation.
That was
It's basketball.
it was a blanket.
My thing is this: if we're talking basketball,
Yeah.
Right.
there are levels of guys who experience different things at a basketball level. But there's still the IQ, there's still the understanding of the game.
It's the base.
From the foundational level, like what we know the game. Like what Mike was able to teach me, certain guys didn't know, gave him advantages. It didn't make him better than these guys because he knew these things. It's just he had advantages, right? So for me, there's perspectives from certain players that get ignored because they never did a certain amount of things to get respect by said players in a room that say you've never done these things,
right.
So you can't speak on it. Now, granted, these same players that you're ignoring and that you're silencing are the guys who know not only more than you know about the sport, but probably is better than you at the sport, but never got the opportunity to prove said. So for me, I'm like, all right, how is it that every time we had a conversation, there's got to be somebody getting ignored because he didn't do this, he didn't do that. Now, there is expertise because you can't go into a conversation with a contractor that actually builds buildings and tell him what he does and you've never done it. I get that. But if I've played and you've played and we've been in situations to make it certain places, whether it be playoffs or championship, it shouldn't invalidate or say, you know, I can't have a conversation.
Can I give an example? I got an example. Like,
I think it come from
I got a show with Kyle Van Noy, and we were talking about the San Francisco 49ers and how losing a Super Bowl, how do you come into the next year and how can it drain you? Like, the San Francisco 49ers went Super Bowl, NFC Championship, Super Bowl. Now they coming in, but they've lost. Kyle Van Noy won 2 Super Bowls with the Patriots. They lost to Philly, and they came back and won it the next year versus the Rams. The question was, is there fatigue from going that many times? And what do you have to do to get back there and get over the hump? I can't answer that because I didn't do that. But Kyle Van Noy, who is not the level of player that I was, he's actually experienced it as a person who's been on the team and lost Super Bowl, but then we shook back and we won. He was a starter on the defense. He actually contributed big time to that defense playing well in that Super Bowl to win it. If you broke down me and Kyle Van Noy as players, my career is here and his is where it's at. But he can talk about that on a level I can't talk about it on because I can't. And I feel like if you're sitting at that table and we're talking about the game, you can, because you played the game. The highest level is the NBA, but then there's levels within the highest level. So that doesn't invalidate you, but then if they go into a certain situation,
like what does it take to win back?
What does it take to win back-to-back? What does it take to be down 3-2 and still win the, you don't know. And that's where you say, you know what, I don't. I can assume that it's, like you said, I can assume that, all right, we got to rally together or we got to do this or we got to, no. We don't know if it was, we finally figured out they scheme and this is what we had, we don't know because we ain't been there. Like, I don't know what it's like to have fatigue from losing the Super Bowl and come back and win. I don't know what it's like. I know what it's like to be the guy on the team and have to deal with triple teams every game.
So as a former player, if we're watching the game, we know the game well enough and we can see the reasons why you lost the game. We're not allowed to speak on those reasons.
Yeah.
Regardless if we've been in that situation before. I've never been in a situation that you're speaking about.
Right.
That's granted the reason why you lost. Never been there.
Yeah.
But I'm watching the game and I can see where you guys lost. As a player, I see the rotations you didn't make, subs y'all didn't make.
Correct.
These are things that happen. This is the reason y'all lost, from my perspective. It said being invalid because I've never been in that situation. And I understand the dynamic.
Who's saying it's
Who's
invalid?
saying
No.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Specifically.
Specifically.
Okay, but fans while also giving
But
their own
also
opinion.
players feel the same
Remember,
way.
you gotta
A lot of players feel, it's subliminal right now because we're talking about the football shit, but it's a lot of niggas that feel a
let's try
certain way,
like
like, you shouldn't be talking the way you talk if you haven't did
Let's try-
Because they're not
XYZ.
here.
But let's try like
But I
this.
played well enough to know the
Because they're not here to
game.
sit on this couch.
But let's try like this.
Right?
All players,
So?
anyone who played the game, you automatically a pilot. in the airplane,
Facts.
right? You're automatically a pilot.
Yes.
Some pilots are better than others, but the player themselves, going to practice every day, building, you are the pilot. There's a fucking door now. Media, and you went to school for media training and all that, the furthest you can get is a stewardess, right? You can knock on the door, ask some questions, get inside, call the motherfucker, what y'all doing up there, and then you can relay that to the fans, right? You're automatically here. Now, the only thing that changes is how many flights you had. Did you fly through storms and all of this? Like when Charles Barkley talked, I can't say Shaq's word is better than yours because he has 5 rings. That doesn't do it for me. Or 4 rings, that doesn't do it for me. Your rings, you just had a better team. Was he on the same caliber? Was he on that same stage as a player? That's all that matters.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Like AI, if we're talking about different certain jackets motherfuckers get in the Hall of Fame, and gold is the highest standard, and Shaq got a gold, Kobe got a gold, motherfucking AI got a gold. 0 rings, gold. Patrick Ewing, gold. Charles Barkley, gold. That's just how it is. Right? Your rings don't put you in these different categories because some people got 5 gold, 7. They didn't have the expectations of being the bus driver. And that's how I look at it. You know what I mean? There's certain conversations certain people can have.
You got chefs and shoe chefs, man.
What I'm saying is, like, you know what I mean? It's for your party to be
waiters and
successful.
busboys.
If you're throwing a 100-man party and you got to cook for them, and you only got 2 people helping you and he got 50, of course his party is going to be more successful. Don't mean he's a better chef than you. Yeah, everybody's judging the success of the party
Right.
because of how it went, but there's players that don't got rings that's way better than some of these Hall of Famers. There's Hall of Famers with rings that was lazy than the motherfucker.
That's my
So you can't tell. There's a dude, when you talk about work ethic, right? Work ethic and practicing and training. Hall of Famers, I don't give a fuck what your jacket says. Your coaches, your teammates, they said you was not a hard worker, so you can't tell me what it takes to work hard. Just like if somebody says, like if a player talks about load managing. If you wasn't a player that was load managed, shut up, right? If you didn't, before the road trip, hey Gil, can you come in here? All right, so look, we got 5 games in 4 nights. Pick a game.
Extra game.
No, 4 games in 5 nights.
No, we don't
4
like
games in
the other
5
way.
nights, 8 games in 10 days. I'm in that room where they having a conversation like, all right, we gonna you pick 2 games you're not gonna play, or you're not gonna practice. What is?
Yeah.
I'm having that conversation with them. So when someone talk about load management and shit, you never had that conversation where a coach tells me, I'm not playing you these games.
Right.
Like, yo, coach, he's bad on defense. I know. But we can win this game without you. We can't win that game if you're not 100%. So we're not going to play you on the back-to-back.
Yeah.
Right? So, there's certain players that's already been, when it wasn't even loaded. I remember, if you can go back before, I played like 81 games in Washington, 80 games. I always missed the 1 game before we went to a West Coast trip. I was told to. Right? So it's all whatever you experience at a high level.
So Gerald, we know you
If you tell somebody about scoring, niggas got to listen. One-on-one movement, scoring, foot placement, like
Not nowadays.
You know what I mean?
Not nowadays. They wouldn't see it. If they can't see it and they don't see it on YouTube, it don't.
They don't listen
It never
anyway.
happens.
But you got
It never happened.
Who is that, though?
Fans and players. Who's teaching them? That's what I'm saying. Remember this. Always remember this. That's why I say the plain acknowledges the best. Who is the customers listen to?
The reviews.
No, who are they listening to? Who's telling them everything that's going on?
The stewardess.
The stewardess.
Oh, you said for the plane.
The stewardess is telling them everything that's going. They not talking to the pilots. So when the pilot do speak, like for the most part, we sitting there listening, motherfucker. All right, so we gonna buckle the seatbelt and this and this. We ain't listening to that shit for the most part. When that motherfucker, hey, this the pilot speaking, niggas, huh?
Yeah.
What's going?
As a matter of fact, that's so true. If you plugged into the movie, it stops. You can't even keep listening to nothing else when the pilot is talking. You're forced to listen to him.
And that's when people got to start understanding. You've been told how to look at this game from stewardess. The pilots are now talking.
Right.
The pilots are talking. Like, you guys are trying to say, fuck what them pilots talking. I want to listen to the stewards because they know better. Oh, then what is the Iverson cut and how are you supposed to play it? Tell the stewards to tell you that shit. Tell the stewardess to walk you through these motherfuckers. They don't know.
True.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing that we're fighting with. That's what he's fighting with. He's fighting with the ideal of, like, he's a champion. College, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't talk about winning. When they're talking about the playoffs and going to that first round, second round, that's all
here's it just from an outside fan standpoint that played at a high level. When I'm listening to you talk, I just told y'all, when y'all are talking, y'all are saying stuff that you may bring something up, and then he'll use a term, and y'all are like, yeah, that. Mm-hmm. Take pride in that part of it, because you played the game, you know the game, so y'all can talk in basketball terms of this is what this is, this is what this is, this is what this means, this is how you do this, and this. If they can't do that, man, forget them. Because if you can't tell me what a slip block is versus a reach block versus a bump scoop versus an overlap, I can't sit and talk football with you.
I'm gonna be honest.
I can't. We can discuss and debate oh, well, Aaron Rodgers is gonna be this and this, and we can have fun with that. But I can't sit with Gil and talk basketball. I can't. I just learned recently that a pin down is what KD become KD. I'm thinking it's just a pick. KD come off, they ain't great coming off picks. My boy was like, bro, that's a pin down. I said, what's a pin down? You see what I'm saying? I just.
All I'm saying is this. To be honest, I really don't give a fuck about what people think about whether I know the game or not. I really don't. It's for the people who don't get a chance to talk their shit because they don't got the credentials. Niggas that I know put in the time and the work, and they don't get to say I played 12 years or I was 7-time All-NBA or any of that, right? And credibility comes to, in the podcast game now, is what's your credibility? Who gonna come listen to you? Blah, blah, blah. So for me, it's important to be able to be in these conversations. If you know your shit, talk your shit, stand to own it. But to me, I've never been a nigga that's just gonna shy away from a challenge. To be in the front room with the 5 niggas that's done everything and still be in there and try to cook them niggas, it's a challenge for me. Yeah, I ain't never done it, but motherfucker, I'll guard you this way. Let's see if you would have been successful doing it this. I'm gonna challenge the notion, regardless. But I like that about certain people that just refuse to take no for an answer. It's just not gonna be the answer. If I'm put in a room and I got a challenge in front of me, and you give me an opportunity like you've done to really go out here and talk my shit, I'm like, yo, I wanna be an example for a nigga like that never got that opportunity to talk his shit. Because he ain't got enough credit. Mm-hmm. He ain't got enough, but it's a take one nigga to believe into you, one man to believe that, hey man, this nigga funny, he know his shit a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Well, so it's not credibility for me, it's credibility for the people.
That's what separated 1, 2, 3, and 4 versus 1, 2, 3, and 4. Mm-hmm. Is the fact that I can walk into this gym or walk on this field and say, yeah, I'm about to dog all y'all, I don't care who out here.
Gerald, we appreciate you. We know you got to take off. You got to get to NFL Network.
I got beef brewing too.
With who now?
Old head, dog. I don't know what I said to the old head because I don't.
Former basketball player?
Yeah.
Did he play for what?
He said, "Why would I listen to Gilbert Arenas? What did he do?"
Oh, Mark Aguirre.
Yeah.
Mark Aguirre.
We all got tagged on that post.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Let's talk about it.
But
I don't know why he did it.
Before y'all talk about it.
Gerald got to go to NFL.
No, we don't need. Look, we ain't even gonna talk
We
about it.
appreciate you, Gerald McCoy, pulling up to Gilbert Arena. Got multiple jobs today, man. Great seeing you.
Man, when we do watch parties, man, you gotta
y'all
come
have
through.
watch parties,
we
please.
down? Oh, yeah,
Please have me
gotta
back.
show me
Let's
what is
talk
going
about
on.
it, because I want to
Absolutely.
let you know why. Hey, listen, the reason they scored is because he wasn't in the B game.
Absolutely.
And I will just merely host. I am the stewardess in this particular analogy. So Gil, you Cappy, what would you like to say, sir?
Oh shit.
I'm gonna kill him on the individual level. I'm just.
Get your ass on, dude.
We got to
answer your side of
We're on the plane right now. We got to make sure the weight balance so we can stay afloat. We can stay up in the air, but.
Is that my cut?
Yeah. So are we talking about Mark Aguirre? Because the video that was posted,
he
we were
went
all
in on
tagged in
that
it.
shit.
I know.
Mark Aguirre went to what's?
I don't know why he should have stayed out of this one.
So what was it?
Mark Aguirre from Chicago went to DePaul.
Went to DePaul.
Got
Number one
knocked
overall
out.
pick.
Yeah.
1981.
Huh?
The number one pick in 1980.
Yeah. So what happened?
Nah, he just basically, it ain't the laughing. I mean, no, the host was laughing because he thought McGuire was eating because he said my credentials. Like, what are my credentials? Why is anybody listening to him? I don't have no hardware.
You also said you were only at the highest level for a couple of years, so why should people listen to you?
Exactly my point. Exactly the point that I was
Yeah, so
just
hold
making.
on.
But if I-
What did you? So what was?
Exactly
Hold
the
on.
point that I'm just
But
making.
if I say this, if I say
So did you mention him specifically?
No, hell no. He was talking about what he talking about. He was cooking up the 80s and 90s, and basically, I think we was talking about the skill shit with Ant-Man.
yeah, because Ant-Man said it,
Yeah.
right?
Okay,
But
okay.
if I said you was a 6'6" undersized power forward that had to play the 3, couldn't shoot a lick, wasn't even an All NBA player. As a number 1 pick, and you only won a championship as a 3rd, 4th option to the 2nd pick in your draft, I will be wrong for that. I will be wrong for saying, right?
Be wrong.
Couldn't dribble, couldn't shoot for shit, right? You're undersized, power forward, so you played the 3, had a bunch of layups and rebounds, wasn't good enough to be an All-NBA player. And if we want to grade, I was an All-NBA player by the age of 25, 3 of them. It's only 11 of us at that age. You wasn't one of them. But I don't want to do that, old fella. I was just speaking for, what Ant-Man was saying. And y'all trying to change the outlook on it. From his position, he has to go against himself damn near every night. That's all he's saying.
But
he's saying Jordan in his position, athletic, right? This is what it is. MJ himself was the girl with the titties and the ass. Everybody else had one or the other.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of players as shooting guards. We're not talking about the point guards. We're not talking about we're talking about in Michael Jordan. There's not a lot of people in his era that had both. We're talking about Ant-Man was talking about before Kobe got in. So that's from 84 to 95.
You got drafted 96.
Right? So this is not Dwayne Wade. This is not even Kobe. Because he said when Kobe came in, everybody, oh shit, what is this? Because he came in, he looked different than everybody else. So everybody in between that, did they have both? Ant-Man and the rest of
the hoodies and the tootie.
The hoodies and the tootie.
Okay.
Everybody, Ant-Man is going against. They now do have the ass and the titties.
So,
yeah, you're smarter. The 80s. Listen, you are smarter. Your IQ level is a lot higher because you couldn't do the things that you couldn't jump over everybody. You had to learn how to dribble, pump fake, do all this. The evolution has changed it. Right? So from his evolution standpoint, when he looks and goes back at the film and he says, yeah, y'all can't do what I can do, he's right.
But that's the only film. So my question is, he's not fucking right or neither. I don't.
Who?
Ant. Well, how much bad? The boy 23 years old. He's fucking 23. Right? My son is knowledgeable of the game. KJ is the same age as Anthony Edwards. He is very knowledgeable of the game. Not finna have a history conversation about basketball with KJ. About who was skilled and who wasn't. Because you know how much basketball KJ watched before? He's only been on this earth 23 years. You're not going on the internet and watching certain clips and being able to come tell me who had skill and who didn't. That's my point in it all, right? We all knew Michael Jordan was the man. We all fucking knew that. No secret. But to you to say he's the only one with skill set, all that shit, your point is it valid to me. So the whole statement, the whole conversation from the beginning
It's crazy.
was because I wonder when y'all talked about it. For me, it was for him to say it is bold as shit because it's invalid, nigga.
How?
You ain't. How much basketball do you think?
Because what
Anthony
you just
Edwards
said, you
has
just
watched?
said everybody else had skill. They had to do this. That was the skill that they had to have
And
in
for you
order to play back
that's like
then.
this.
But they didn't have
That's
the
like to
talent
be
that Mike
speaking on
had.
football, Gil.
But
That's like to be speaking on football with you. Yes, it is.
But the thing with Ian's statement, though,
All
he
you
said,
can do
I
is go
didn't
watch
watch
it.
much. I didn't watch much back then.
That's me.
I'm saying.
But he's already saying I didn't watch much back
So therefore,
That
you
doesn't-
shouldn't be
but-
speaking on it.
Right.
No, but see, that's the. That,
You shouldn't be speaking on it.
You can though.
But it's invalid.
It can be invalid.
Yes, it can.
Because his skill level, when he looks at this is basic to his skill level.
But you can't speak on the history of it because you didn't watch everybody play.
But if I say my Ferrari is 10 times faster than your Ferrari, that's a fact.
But not if you've never seen. You never.
It don't-
Did you line the Ferraris up in your
You haven't lined the
Huh?
Ferrari.
You lined the Ferraris up? How do you know?
You don't know.
How do you know?
You really
Because
don't.
I know back in
You don't
1980,
know
your
it's a
Ferrari
Ferrari.
only goes 140. That's the fact.
So-
mine goes 260 now.
So when you gonna get?
Do you know what I mean?
But they-
yes, then your
So
Ferrari
did you
was
line
the
them up?
fastest.
Did you line them up?
I don't have to.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
0 to 60 is the same.
If yours only go to 160, mine goes to 260.
Top speed.
Top speed. 150 is
So
the
if
most
we
it's
ain't
going to
never
allow.
reached top
I'm
speed-
at 240.
So
There's nothing you can do about
speed
it.
in a ray. How do you know?
Huh?
How do you know?
Because
How do you know?
evolution says it.
How do you know?
You only can go this fast.
How do you know?
Because that's what the car's governed at.
So have
That
you
was the
lined them
rule.
up?
But that's the rule.
Have you lined them up?
I don't need to.
Yes, you do. To
I
know
don't.
facts. To know facts, yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You can assume.
But then you're
It's an
assuming it's a high.
It's a V8. It's a V8. These are V12s now. There's a
They
fact.
both V8s.
No, mine's a V12.
How?
Mine says 260. I can drive it to 240 max. You can drive yours to 140 max. That's just
Has
the
you
fact.
lined them up?
I don't have to.
Yes, you do.
In order to get the data,
In order to get that, you got to line them up, Gil.
So you
He
saying,
didn't see. Listen,
Especially if you're saying
so
if
for
you're
you
going
to
to win.
speak on-
If you're going to win, how much did you win?
So
by?
how many? So it wasn't 450
How many
players.
seconds
so,
did you win by?
So just take 1 year in the 80s that he's speaking of, right? Just take 1 year, right? Which one? Take 88,
No matter what year.
89, 80. Let's take 81.
Okay.
82, 83. Do you think he went back and watched? How many players you think Anthony Edwards went back and watched him?
None.
283. So how can he fucking speak on it?
Never seen this player. Never seen
How
that
can he
player.
speak on
Rod
somebody he never
Strickland.
speak?
So he never seen niggas like that handle the ball like that.
You're trying to dive into something.
Yes, I want to dive into it. Yes, because you can't speak on it.
He can.
You can have an opinion,
Okay.
Facts.
but you can't. But you can't invalidate the rest of the guy's
what I
skill
just
set.
said.
Not about
That's
what
what I
I'm
was
saying
just saying, man.
Yes, that's what he's
Michael
doing.
Jordan was a level 10.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
His skill so at that time was a level 10.
Yes.
And everybody falls under that 9. Right?
But
9.
did he say that?
No, if it's 9.
But he didn't
and
say
then
that, though.
in this era, if these guys are 10s and these are 9s, all you do is just compare the 9.
No,
the skill has evolved.
It was
So he's looking
disrespectful the way he said
what I'm saying
it.
is he's looking at it from his lenses
In
now.
a disrespectful way.
Yeah.
In a disrespectful way.
There ain't no way them guys ain't
Saying,
had
yo,
skills.
The
like
80s
that.
said nothing about the 60s, but nobody gave a fuck.
But we talking about now though.
But what? No,
We
you
talking
can't
about
do
somebody
that.
that's made a statement, right?
When-
We talking about one particular person
When the
that made a
80s made the
statement.
statement on the 60s and
Give
said
me
they
somebody-
wouldn't
Who?
hold our jock, they were right.
Okay, so,
But
okay.
nobody cared. Nobody said it.
I'm saying it right now. You have, for me to speak on somebody about the 80s, I didn't play against them dudes.
No, it's another thing. If you watched
Right.
it though, you went back and watched. You like, nah, I actually watched.
How many
them.
games did you watch? Exactly.
I watched this man. I actually know his game, and they actually had skill.
So
They
for
was
you to
cool.
speak on
They
it,
were, the skill was the skill then.
Yeah.
Just like Olympics now, right? Right? We watch Olympics now. These Olympic guys, what is Simone?
Simone Biles.
Simone Biles. If she says back in the 60s, that's trash. Y'all is not as skilled as me. She's right. The skill that they had in the 60s and the pole thing, that was the very high skill then. That's not her. She can only see what she has and judge down.
But if
So
she
let me
was,
ask you
if she was to,
it's
would it
bad-
be
it's a bad
disrespectful?
way of thinking,
Would it be
but she
disrespectful?
can't see it no other way.
Would it be
Okay, so
disrespectful if she
therefore
did?
you can't
If she did, if she did
She's not
say
saying
that,
it in a
would it be
disrespectful manner, though.
If she was to say,
Right.
yeah, they was cool back then, but they didn't have a skill like me.
Right? But you can't be disrespectful in it. That's all I'm saying. Like, you can't discredit them guys.
But everybody's done it.
But you
When
can't
Shaq disrespected every other big man,
but it comes from
no
him.
one gave.
Because what, like to everybody's
The other
point,
thing is, Ant-Man
what has
hasn't
he
done
wanted to
that.
be saying this
That's
shit?
the difference.
So therefore,
depending on.
so now if he say that, they got to
win
come
something
back.
when he was saying that.
So they got to come back now when he says.
But that's what everybody's complaining about, having hardware and
So now-
Magic
so that's what
saying,
he's saying.
I
We're
ain't-
not-
Magic saying what he's
My
saying.
thing is,
He's not saying he's better.
I'm not saying that.
He's saying he's more
that ain't what I'm
skilled.
saying.
Evolution gives.
But you can't speak. Okay, you can say that, but you can't speak on them guys' skill set and saying that Michael Jordan was the
when
only
you don't,
one. who was
when you
skilled.
haven't
You can't
watched
say
it.
that.
When you
When you
saying,
haven't watched
I
him,
haven't seen it.
You can't say that.
Yeah, he's literally like putting.
That's an oxymoron.
Yeah, he's saying it, and he did.
Okay, then for argument's sake, who is competing with Michael Jordan's skill set?
Go back and watch.
I'm asking.
Go back and
Clyde
watch.
Drexler and Dominique Wilkins.
Wait, say that
Like
again?
skill set. So go back and watch
So Dominique had-
from when Michael Jordan
Dominique
got
Wilkins
drafted.
and
Not,
Clyde Drexler.
84.
not athleticism.
Right. So let's.
The ass and the titties. Who had the athleticism and the jumping ability? I mean, the athleticism and the skill as Michael Jordan.
Probably Clyde.
Oh shit.
Clyde.
Clyde was the
So
closest.
Clyde was the second
Like-
closest, and then Hakeem.
Well, we can go
on
back
the
and
court,
watch.
right?
I'm not gonna speak on it because how many players at the time we speaking on 84? He got drafted in 84, right? Mm-hmm. From 84 to whenever. Probably wasn't 450 then. 450 players in the league. Then probably wasn't that.
only like 23 teams
so,
at that point.
Yeah, 20. So that's what I
Yeah,
mean.
man.
So I
400,
can't speak on a guy.
226 people was being drafted.
Okay, so I can damn.
Yeah.
So I can't speak on the fact that
Yeah.
I didn't see each team play and knew what a guy could, whether the guy could motherfucking do this shit and go to shoot in one dribble. I don't know that fucking shit because I didn't see him. There could have been some guys that could motherfucking hump one dribble. We don't know that because we didn't see each and every guy because they highlighted who when the motherfucker came. So this is my thing, Anthony Edwards. Like, you're 23. Until you go back and watch however many games was played in the 80s and looked at all the two guards that played that position from 80
To 93.
to 93, until you go do that and do your homework in that regard and not saying the same statement, well, I really didn't watch them motherfuckers play. I've had 6 kids. I can't go deliver the motherfuckers.
It's
The fuck, I've been in the room.
you guys.
I can't deliver 'em.
You guys are not factoring in what, like, if someone today, if Gordon and Levine says we dunk better than the '80s, do they really have to watch the '80s dunk contest to know they do?
No, but
Right, that's what I'm saying. Or if when they say Kyrie has the best Kyrie has the best dribbling skills out of anybody. We've never watched everybody, but we know evolution gives them that because there's just dribbling moves that wasn't allowed then.
I understand.
and that's all.
I understand it, but he said the skill set is what I'm saying. So we don't know, Gil, if a motherfucker could 1 dribble, 2 dribble, pull up like Michael Jordan was doing. We don't know that. We don't know if the nigga had to reverse pivot.
See,
we don't know none of that.
No, okay. So I had a conversation with somebody in the '80s, and when we talked about it, he said the problem with the statement. He said he's with you. He said the problem with the statement is he didn't define Michael Jordan. Like, he says, I know what he's saying. He's saying all the cars like him.
I understand
He said
what he's
Michael
saying.
Jordan's car was.
Yes, what you said. Yes.
He was athletic and he was skilled. If he's just talking about skill, then he will be wrong with just the skill because that brings in now the Larry Birds, right? That brings in all the guys who could not jump or do that. They had to be very technical and skilled.
average and still.
And then you had the athletic guys who didn't have no skill. They just jumped over everybody. See, Jordan was a mix of both.
Yes.
So unless you say skill and athleticism, then he's going to be wrong.
So-
if he just says skill, because the guys who couldn't jump, Chris Mullin and all that, they were very skilled players.
Mitch
Richmond and all those guys,
I'm-
they were skilled. But that wasn't Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was skilled and athletic.
Yeah, so
that's
therefore-
more you, Anthony Edwards. In your time,
Yeah.
players are more
So
skilled
therefore,
and athletic.
his statement.
So his statement is-
to make the statement, you got to elaborate and
Yeah.
go. And he's limited in his vocabulary and his knowledge of the game to give a real answer in that moment because you haven't watched enough basketball. You ain't played enough basketball yet in your lifetime to be speaking on them dudes. So that's what the statement for them guys was disrespectful, right? You disrespected a whole fucking decade of basketball and a lot of basketball players with that statement. You shit on them dudes' career. Them dudes is Hall of Famers, very skilled, so they felt shitted on, right? And that's just, so guys now they can go out and say, "No, young fella, you fucking wrong." I'm one of the guys that say, "No, young fella, you badass, absolutely." And so are them dudes. It just looked different.
Like, it just looked different. You just gotta stay, like, the real problem is it's what all of us, right? We can't unsee what we see.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why everyone should stay in their era, right? If you was a 10 in your era, you was a 10 in your era, right? These guys are 10 in their eras.
Yes.
Doesn't make anybody 10 better than other. Like, they were handicapped by the rules
That's my point.
and the regulations of what the NBA was then. That's why I don't like when people say, y'all soft in this era.
Yeah.
Because the rules change.
If I had to play that way, I would have to play that way.
But if you tell them that they have to play this way and you put them in your era, they're bigger, faster, stronger than you. So you're telling them they have to play brute basketball and that's what they have to do.
Then they're gonna do it.
They're gonna do it.
Absolutely.
Right? You allowed Kenyon Martin to knock you out the motherfucking air. Yeah, he's gonna do that.
Yeah.
Right? He's strong enough and big enough to do it. Right? The two guards now, everybody's 6'6" to 6'8", 235. Right, that's everybody. The point guards and Luka and all these guys, like, there was no point guards in that era that was ready for that yet. Right, so you have to stay in your era.
Yeah.
That's all it is just stay in your era.
You can give your opinion, but not shit on the previous era. That's like when you say it that way. Like I said, it came across as if you, like them saying, them dudes. Everybody has worked hard to get to the NBA, right? Some guys are luckier than others. Some guys more skilled than others. Some guys jump higher, run fast, shoot it better, whatever the case may be. You just can't do that because like I said, it comes across as disrespectful, coming from in them guys' opinion, coming from a fucking kid, basically. So, like
I tried to look past like what he was saying and what he meant. Like, you know, sometimes you got to. What was he trying to say?
See,
like,
dudes. It's fucking black and white, Mike.
But that's what I said.
You're in media now, so you have to have that gray area, right? We have to have that gray area because we have to decipher the bullshit with the real shit with this to be able to have these conversations. Them dudes that played, they ain't got to fucking have no gray area with him. They think fuck Anthony Edwards, right?
But they say fuck anybody who made more than them. They said fuck the 90s, fuck the early 2000s.
Cool, I'm with it. They standing on it, right? Like, as the young folks say, they standing on business, right? That's just what it is. And you just can't shit on them dudes because we all know Michael Jordan was here. There's no debate that Michael Jordan is here when it comes to everything from fucking 84 on, right? We all know that. It was displayed, he displayed it. My thing, it was some other bad motherfuckers that was getting it in during that time and era that was skilled as well. Probably not that skilled. Michael Jordan over here, like we keep having these conversations. But I said, let's stop mentioning, like you said over here, let's stop mentioning Michael Jordan when we talk about certain things with the game of basketball because you are never going to see that again. So let's stop comparing everything to that, to what we saw. Because them other dudes could play, it just didn't equate to that. Wasn't nobody else doing that before him, and we ain't fucking seen it since. Might try to come close, but ain't nobody seen that yet. So,
I just took it as I think he was more talking about Jordan's competition versus Kobe's competition versus his competition. There's more elite skill athleticism that he has to face.
The niggas played in Chucks. How fucking athletic did you expect the motherfuckers?
Like I heard somebody was talking shit. Somebody was talking shit about him and say, why respect? Yeah, I couldn't jump over a nickel. Of course you couldn't, right? But I can put that ball in the basket. Yeah, he's talking for the duel. Like he has to go against people that do the same exact thing as him. right? So yeah, you couldn't jump. Like he don't get to play against a whole bunch of Klay Thompsons. I mean, if he did, that's Jordan then a bunch of Klay Thompsons, right? He has to play against more people like him, right? That's what I said. It's just evolution.
Absolutely.
Like I kind of understood it, but I didn't really, it's the 80s is protected, man.
Look, when I heard it, I'm like, easy, young fella.
Like somebody was asking me, like, the only issue that I be having with like some debates when I hear people talk will be when they, like my 5, right? My 5 comes from when I understood the game, right?
Yeah.
Your top 6, that's for the
Top 6, yeah. My top 6 still trying to figure that shit out.
Yes,
Really confused.
Which is yours.
Right. It's gonna take me a couple years to figure that shit out, right? Like when people have like Kareem and Russell and all these guys, and I have a problem with that. The reason I have a problem with that is I'm born in 82. I'm seeing Michael Jordan's second three-peat. Yeah, I seen the first one, but I don't know what the fuck I'm watching. I'm a kid. The second one, I'm a teen. Okay. The problem with that is we still don't know what we're fucking looking at. Because if we listen to every teenager today say, who's your GOAT? You get mad at the answer. When they say Paul George, and everybody older like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because what they're looking at this age, they say this, just like what we're looking at that age. We don't really understand basketball to the point where we get to sit and really judge it. So for the most part, you can only really start judging basketball from when you really understand the game. Before then, it's kind of hard. Like we can watch it and say, okay, this guy is good, but when you let the kids talk today, they tell you who their GOAT is and nobody likes it. Just like when we said who our GOAT, you couldn't tell me Penny Hardaway was the baddest motherfucker on earth because I had to watch him before Jordan came in. Right? That's why I like when you tell me to judge Kareem, I can watch film. But I seen Shaquille O'Neal, right? While being a pro, I seen Shaquille O'Neal. I don't know what part of the film you gonna think that's gonna say, okay, Kareem is better than Shaquille O'Neal. Never, no. No, I was in locker rooms hearing, hey, we gonna bring in boom, boom, boom. That nigga work at Gold's Gym, dog. Like I watched the double teams and the triple teams and Allen Iverson. Like I watched this. I'm on the corner. I understand. You know what I mean? Like so, it's hard for me to go back and look at this film and dissect it in real time when I had to go through game plans and the shit didn't work.
My son asked me the other day, yesterday we was getting drunk. Dad, did you ever dunk on Kobe Bryant or Kobe Bryant dunk on you? I was like, yeah, we probably did. Did you ever block him? I said, yeah. He said, did Shaquille O'Neal ever dunk on you? I said, Shaq dunked on everybody, Papa.
That's a badge of honor.
Hey, Shaq dunked on everybody.
Now let's move on to MostlyFans, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Go ahead and download the app. Use promo code Gil. Get up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a special pick'em. As a reminder, Underdog Fantasy has a bunch of special promos
Kevin Bacon
to kick off the start of the NFL season. So download the app and take advantage now. Help keep us in business. There is a heat wave currently in the San Fernando Valley.
Motherfucking here.
Yes, Gil. It is. Get that.
Y'all didn't turn on AC?
I don't know, but
We got a heat wave. Comes supposed to be like 106, 107 later this week. Let's get our mind right.
106 heat wave.
106. Yeah, that's hot for the valley. But we've got a video question.
Y'all didn't turn the air on. It's baking in this bitch.
It's 83 right now?
It's 83.
Okay.
in here.
Some big room Gills Arena. But we got a video question from Underdog user Young Hog 2010.
What's going down, Gills Arena, man? I'm trying to catch up on the show. They've been working me too hard, man. Since y'all technically a football podcast now, what would y'all football equivalent be? You know how they say Brady is the MJ of football? What would y'all be? And also, would y'all switch any careers with any football players, former or current? Love the show, man.
And Always appreciate y'all when you are watching the show, when you ask your MostlyFans question. So who is your NFL equivalent, and would you want to switch careers with any NFL player?
NFL.
Harold Carmichael.
I mean, top.
I'm talking about
top 100 wide.
Yeah, I just went for the tallest receiver
You
ever.
already know.
All right, let me see. Okay.
I ain't gonna even see Megatron.
Okay, hold on. I got to get the list. And, I got to go through the first 20, 35. Michael, no.
You're not quite there.
Josh Gordon.
The legend, shout out Flash.
Fuck up. Skilled.
Before
but fuck
25,
up.
I got it. Do I get to do it before I got hurt?
Yo, this is your show.
So that means I'll be a 3-time Pro Bowler early. I don't even know who that is. But I'm going to go with, okay, he's white, so no. Not even close. No, I don't even know his name. So I got to go with somebody I know. Chad feet too good for mine.
The Chad, as always,
Yeah.
a little out of pocket.
Chad, I need help.
Marvin
I don't
Harrison.
think you want their help. Yeah.
Hey, fuck it, Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison? That's good.
Harrison's in the hall, yeah.
And
Keyshawn?
and he bust that thing allegedly.
No, I wasn't.
That's what the Chad is saying.
That wasn't.
Plaxico Barrett.
I wasn't athletic like Randy Moss, right?
Plaxico. He called you Plaxico.
Keyshawn, was
Chad is saying Plaxico.
Hey,
He was big. He's a big.
he call you
he
Plaxico.
pass?
Who?
Sort of. Kind
Who
of.
y'all talking about? Who you just said?
Keyshawn
Keyshawn who?
Johnson.
You be more like Ocho.
Possession receiver.
Ocho?
You Ocho for sure.
Yeah.
Fast as fuck.
Rashad, how about yourself?
Yeah, Ocho.
Okay, I'm Ocho.
Who's your NFL comp?
Quick feet, get off the line, talk shit. Right? Get to the line, tell the mother you ain't better stop my route. Shit like that.
Oh,
Right.
I have. Oh, Reggie Bush. We got a lot in common.
Legend.
this fucking dude, man.
What do you have in common? What do you have in common?
We got a lot in common. We got a lot in common. We lost it all at the same time. We did a lot of shit together, man. He introduced me to the fucking, yeah.
It's all Reggie's fault?
Was Plaxico
It's
good?
all Reggie's fault, for sure.
He was good, Plaxico?
Reggie, you know it's your
On
fault.
the field.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he damn good.
Great decision.
Oh, he was tall?
6'5",
Had a lot of potential.
6'5".
Took the wrong route.
No, Plaxico was
You
nice.
know,
I got y'all to do it before they get injured, but I mean, before they get, like, who were they before? Like, like, so he was.
Marvin Harrison was a badass.
Yeah, Reggie
Ocho,
was
though.
Reggie was good
I
up
say
until
Ocho for you.
Ocho.
Quick feet.
bro,
he.
you already know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. Feel your pain.
Who was you?
Harold Carmichael. So you don't.
Harold Carmichael. What team was that?
Eagles.
How about
He
you?
was like
say
6.
Al Michael.
Yeah, nigga was like 6'7", 6'8", 6'6". You know, he tall as shit.
Not Marv Albert.
Not for the NFL side. Come on, Marv
Marv out here biting.
was, doing some things to it in his head.
Not gonna go John Madden. Hey, was it Hainsworth?
said, hey,
What's his name? Hainsworth?
Shout out, somebody said you Mike Williams. Somebody said you Mike Williams from USC.
Mike Williams.
That nigga was nice. You know what? Oh, that was my best friend growing up.
Mike Williams.
Mike Williams.
Somebody said I'm Hines Ward. Nigga said I'm Hines Ward.
Tampa, Florida. We were Tampa, Florida boys. Our grandmas lived across the street, so we used to play with each other all the time. Football, baseball, and then I moved to Cali.
Shout out
that's
MJ.
kinda
So basically from birth till probably 10 when I left.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, you learn something new about Gil every single episode.
Yeah.
Gil and Mike Williams. Hey, Mike Williams was a beast, a one-hander. He was an SC legendary.
He could have played basketball too.
We didn't get to the Caitlyn shit, man. I was gonna enjoy that.
Back tomorrow.
You are back tomorrow, Rashad.
I'm a
Todd
back
Gurley.
tomorrow.
Who's that?
Todd Gurley,
Gurley.
running back, went to
We are
Georgia.
stretching the show out.
Running back.
It is September.
No, I don't want to be no running back.
Oh, you know, I'm football. One thing y'all know, I know that I'm football knowledge over this.
I don't want to be no running back.
Yeah, if I would be Jamarcus Russell or
Oh, damn.
Reggie Bush.
Damn.
A lot of
Marcus?
potential. Yeah, a lot of potential going in. A lot of potential going
That's
in.
Jamarcus. That's definitely Jamarcus.
A lot of potential. You know what I'm saying? Just didn't go the way it's supposed to go.
Sometimes it work.
That boy
Somebody
still-
said Gil is Tebow. Nigga, fuck you.
Damn.
Well, look, I wouldn't. I
So
mean,
who would you trade with? It said,
Yeah,
so it's a
Tebow.
two-part, right? It said who would you
Tebow.
trade with?
who would I trade my
It said would you?
basketball
If
career
you-
for
if you
football?
could-
No, I wouldn't trade with a football player.
Damn.
Which was just throwing shit out there. Fucking. Why not just say Tom Brady? Like the fuck is we go? Like we just for shits and giggles of an argument where we gon'
You know them super blacks. So why would you want to trade
with the white man.
Oh Lord, we're just trying to
Talking about career.
Yeah, we just trying.
Talking about successful career.
Career, that's it. But
You
on
know how they
that
be,
note,
right?
on that note,
I'm
we
gonna say
appreciate
Pat
y'all.
Mahomes. He light skinned.
Fucking Mike Tomlin then. Mike Tomlin. The fuck.
We appreciate everybody in the chat pulling up, tapping in with us in September.
Appreciate
we are
it.
back here for you folks. We're doing shows all September long.
Gerald McCoy.
Appreciate Gerald McCoy for pulling up
Yes,
to
sir.
the arena.
Hey, Ver, appreciate the connect, man. Move Around Podcast. What up?
Move Around Podcast. Like and subscribe as always. But this has been another episode of Gil's Arena presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoa, whoa! We will see y'all tomorrow.